diesel mechanics. $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken. You know it! Jeff Proctor.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth. Rise and shine. Cougars go time on a Monday morning. It is what it is. Come at you from the opposite of victory formation. We find a way one way or the other. I will say this, had entertaining football yesterday. Too bad they couldn't pull it out in the end. I thought from a play calling standpoint, from a game plan standpoint, the offense, it was about as good as it's been in a while. And my complaint is we never have guys running open. We have guys running open. Our complaint is we don't force feed our best player. We force fed our best player. But the offensive attack and game plan, obviously there was something there early with just some short swing passes, and they did open it up a little bit more. Just have limitations when it comes to these breakdowns. Like defense will play great for until they don't, and they leave a best player on the field with no one within 30 yards of them. I don't know how it happens. I just don't. I don't know how you try. I understand a guy going and making a great play on the sideline, keeping a drive alive. I understand how that happens. That's greatness. I don't understand 1-2 plays later how you can let that same guy get 30 yards open with the game on the line. We've seen these just incredible breakdowns. I'm sure they're happening on offense in a way. We saw the same thing when the game ended. Yeah, we're still in the game here. I mean, what are we doing? It's second and short. We're throwing a bomb to nowhere. Well, I'm sorry, not to nowhere. I mean, is there easier interception in the history of the game? That one he threw to Sauce there at the end. Could have fair caught the thing. We have these breakdowns that are, there's some talent issues there as well. So, but there's one star here, though. I mean, we're in a season where there was a bright star hanging in the sky, and ours was hanging over Baton Rouge, and it's about all we have to hang our hat on at this point as Brian Thomas Jr. just does it again. Finally, the team forcing the issue after weeks and weeks of questioning and weeks of really weak answers. Finally, it's Thomas Jr. that they put it on him. Wasn't enough to keep us from 3-11, but it's enough to keep us really, really excited. His first 10-catch game, had his first 2 touchdown game. Brian Thomas Jr. sets the Jaguars rookie record for receiving yards. Still 3 to go. He sets the rookie record for touchdown receptions. Still 3 games to go. I mean, if there is just one thing that we can hang our hat on, the most pleasant part of the season, and it's distancing every week, isn't it, E? Good morning.
Side by side,
right,
Jeffrey.
right, we've been talking really for the last few weeks. What's the one thing that keeps you watching? What's the one thing you want to see? The continued development of Brian Thomas Jr. And, man, it's happening, and now a record holder in 2 different spots.
I mean, it comes with it. I was just going out there just playing. It comes with it, just being the best that I can be. And it turned out good for me, just being able to break those records. But I mean, at the end of the day, we still wanted to go out there and win as a team. So I mean, yeah.
So that's Brian Thomas Jr. Humble in after what was his most productive game, and he's been the team's most productive player overall. The Jaguars offense did enough yesterday. Man, we keep circling back here. We have been unfortunate enough to be able to literally, and this you want to speak to the monumental challenge that we have. It's time to let go of having anything at all that's worthy enough to be excited about. It really is. It's time to let it go. We got a big Herculean challenge in front of us. We're not near good enough in a lot of different areas. And so the point I was going to make is we have rightfully and accurately at the time honed in on 3 or 4 different either players or position groups this season. We really have. The run game, right? Bogged down on that. And that's why. The inability to score, right? All these slow starts. I mean, there's just been one. We've had really serious, legitimate issues to confront. But as I'm contemplating as I do this Monday morning drive. You just you're forced to do nothing but just stew in just how big a challenge lies ahead. And then you are also slapped across the face with the reality that a glaring weakness that has been the root of what has held us back for years and years and years still, as of yet, has not been addressed. It really hasn't. I watched a 41-year-old quarterback yesterday make a sandwich, order a drink, do an 8-second darkness retreat before he ultimately steadied himself and fired the ball downfield somewhere to somebody who eventually is going to be open, because for the 700th year in a row, we cannot get to the quarterback, can we? Was Trayvon Walker injured yesterday, or did he play?
Nah, he was active.
Devon Hamilton started again?
Yeah, he was.
Mason Smith, second-round pick? Josh Hines-Allen, did he play? Was Jeremiah Ledbetter available? Pretty sure he was. Saw a backflip. Tyler Lacey's a fourth-rounder. He's second on the depth chart. Anybody see him yesterday? Eric Armstead is officially one of the worst free agent signings in the history of Jaguars football. A complete waste of money. Anybody see Jordan Jefferson? Miles Cole? Did Lloyd play? Did Foye play? I think they did. Ventrell Miller, pretty sure I saw him out there. Was Abdullah available? We can't get to the quarterback. Still. You can't win. No wonder we can never, ever, ever, ever hold a lead or a tie game when we have it in the fourth quarter. After putting ourselves in that position, the defense can play great until they don't, because we can't get to the quarterback, man. Year after year after year. Famously, we had the sack bet that came down to the wire last year, and it was a paltry, really, number, especially when you consider that one dude got 17 and a half and the other got 10. The fact that you had to scrape and scrum to get to 35 should have been a continued beacon to the front office. It should have been a loud signing alarm bell that in the most important area of the defensive line trenches, we are not good enough. And what do? We identify a guy in free agency who has been Zippo factor in Armstead, and we spent a very highly valuable second-round pick on a guy who couldn't get on the field for most of the year, and when he does, doesn't make plays. Our defensive line, outside linebacker pressure game continues to be abysmal. Not bad, abysmal. The team has played 14 games, E.T. 14 games. How many sacks we've had? Want to take a guess?
And 14 games?
14 games.
Yeah, I'm going to say 3.
3 what?
3 sacks?
3 total sacks in 14 games?
In 14 games? Oh, total?
Yeah, total sacks. How many sacks do the Jaguars have as a team this year through 26 games?
About 12, 10.
They have 26.
Okay. Yeah, I tried them boys.
Less than 2 a game.
2 a game?
Less than 2 a game. They played 14 games. They have 26 sacks. Trayvon Walker has 8.5 of them, and Josh Allen has 7.
Yeah.
So once again, we got 2 guys on the end that if we were getting any, you got to have another 5 guys that are getting between 3 and 6 sacks, that are controlling the lineups, that aren't giving quarterbacks if our ends aren't able to get them, and they get back there, don't they, and force them out of the pocket, never, ever, ever are these interior linemen there to collapse the pocket. Never, ever, ever does the linebacker shoot up and take the quarterback out. Nope. We let a 41-year-old quarterback in a passing game that has really struggled this year. Gave him all day.
His Achilles looking good.
Gave him all day. And listen, they didn't give him all day in a clean pocket. It's not that. That's impossible. I mean, you can't do a one-on-one drill for 4 minutes and hold a guy off. Problem is we don't contain. We don't finish. And then in part, I guess that can lead to just some of these catastrophic breakdowns that we've had this year, letting guys run open. I mean, we have a double figure of Eagles trying to run the clock out, letting Saquon Barkley just run it in 3rd and 22 from 20-something yards out. Trying to hold off the Colts and ultimately you won the game, but you let Pierce get deep for some 70, 80-yarder. They're just one after the other. But with the game on the line, look, plenty of plays there where you could argue you should have done a lot better. I mean, the slant that he ended up taking down to the 2 after yet another drive, but let him get wide open, bro. It's just a breakdown. But at the end of the day, the defensive line does not put pressure on the quarterback. You can't win. I don't know how it translates to the running game. I know the defensive stats continue to be just pitiful. I mean, they just are. Let's just take one quick glimpse here. And look, just add this to the list of things that we've week to week. It was the quarterback. It's the play calling. It's the offensive line. It's the secondary, right? How many times have we said that? It's the secondary. It's everything. But at the end of the day, man, the most important areas of football, where you win and lose up front, just is. And the ends are doing their job. I know everybody wants Josh Allen now. He's got the contract to have 20 sacks every year and be T.J. Watt. He never was. He won't be. But we do need him to be 12 to 14 sack guy. I wonder what these guys would be doing if we had anybody making any kind of impact on the interior of the line. I mean, we're getting absolutely nothing, man. Not that we're getting we're getting nothing. I think Roy Robertson Harris with 2 may still be 3rd on the team in sacks. He hasn't been here in a month and a half. And wasn't playing great before then. Quick stat check here. Total defense. The Jaguars are dead last in the NFL. 396 yards a game. It's full 10 yards more than the Panthers. I guess we've done a slight amount of bend but break, don't break. Scoring defense at 26.9. That's only 6th the worst, so shout out. How are we doing against the pass? Yards per game, we're going to be dead last in passing yards allowed per game. Rushing yards per game, a little bit better. We're only like 24th when it comes to that. It's just been an abject. And by the way, I don't know what the sacks numbers are. I gotta think that 26 that we're sporting has got to be, all right, here we go. Let's go sacks. See what we can find here. I can't find it. 26 is terrible. How about that? We'll hear from Doug Peterson. Mac Jones, who does, man, he's spirited. I'll say that. He looks like he's having fun. And then he just does some of the most god-awful, wait, what are you doing decisions. And at the end of the day, man, that's just not a whole lot of what you expected the Jaguars to be running around. No Christian Kirk, no Evan Ingram, no Trevor Lawrence. But the guys, filling in. Brenton Strange, Brian Thomas's emergence. Mac. Mac can throw for 294, but you look at that passer rating because of mistakes and misjudgments and interceptions, only about 80 yesterday on what was was a productive day in some ways. But anyway, we're going to take you inside the locker room. We got that coming up. We got a lot more from the weekend that was in the NFL. Terrific weekend, some great games. Man, it's going to be a very undramatic in baseball, the pennant race, but this playoff race is going to be very, very, very undramatic. So Shazam Spotlight look at the playoff race when we come back. Man, what a huge week in college football. The dust is settled. The tears have dried. The offenses have been noted, but it is what it is. We've got the 12 for the playoff, and 8 of them are going to be playing on Friday, Saturday. So what a terrific weekend and holiday season of football we got coming up. Happy to be able to spend it with you each and every morning. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com. So we'll take a quick time out. Be back with more next. You're locked in on 1010XL on 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
He'll cross the line into the danger zone so you can be informed from the safety of home.
Out here, it's military law, and I'm in charge of enforcing it.
His car line takes you behind enemy lines. Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
My name's Jim. I'm 53 years old. There should be options in life, like ways to lose weight. Medications now feel like the only option. I mean, it sounds like a guarantee. I do have friends who have lost weight with them. I tried holding off. I did other diets, but I was miserable. I'd rather be fat and happy. The problem was I wasn't happy fat. I was about to start the meds, but then I heard of Awaken 180's GLP-1 program. Turned out it does the same thing as the meds without injecting myself for life. It absolutely worked. I dropped 45 pounds. I'm now in maintenance, and I feel better than my friends who are still on the meds. Listen, I barely know what GLP-1 is. What I do know is Awaken 180 worked for me, and I was far from miserable doing it.
Thanks, Jim. You all know our success with Awaken 180, and now with Awaken 180's GLP-1 balance, you address the root causes of weight issues. Do it naturally, then keep it off. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Have you heard? Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are aiming to sell 1,000 vehicles this December. How? I've told my team to take all reasonable offers. We won't lose your business over price. With thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs on the ground, all priced to sell, we guarantee the most money for your trade and the easiest car buying experience ever. I promise we ain't leaving nothing on the table. This is the absolute last weekend. Visit Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. We're here to wow you.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey. Here in North Florida, you know that when temperatures go up and your AC goes out, you need help now. Like right now. Like lickety-split. So why not call Lickety Split and get same-day emergency service for your AC? Now, I bet you've seen their trucks all over town because they've got dozens of certified technicians ready to repair not only your AC, but your home's plumbing and electrical too. So when you want it done right and you need it done right now, call Lickety Split AC, Plumbing, and Electric.
I've been telling you about the premium luxury storage that's coming in Atlantic Beach. Spots are open now for purchase. Need to get in on this. What are the reasons for purchasing a unit here at the Shed? Well, there are plenty of them. Who's it for? Well, if you're running out of room at home for your cars, toys, extras, it's a place where you can store and work on projects. You got large RV, fifth wheels. You want premier indoor storage for your investment. Maybe you don't live locally, have a place to keep your Florida things. Maybe you're between houses, looking to move to Atlantic Beach, temporary, long-term storage in that manner. Maybe you got long-term projects going on. You want to leave parts out, do frame-up, restorations. Maybe it's a man cave hangout, watch games, have a golf simulator. Business owners, I mean, the uses are endless. Premium uses with premium storage for premium possessions to be valued and protected. Go to theshed.com and schedule your appointment today or call 555-3195. It's theshedjacks.com. That's theshedjacks.com.
Post-Game Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff.
Hicken here for Bow 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He is currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bow 9. Visit Bow 9 Associates today and experience the difference. Bow 9 Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you have told us about buying better quality diamonds, but is there any way to start with a smaller diamond and use it to trade up to a larger diamond later on?
Frank, it's interesting you'd ask that because our founder, H.F. Underwood, popularized growing your diamond here in Jacksonville about 50 years ago, and it's something we still do today. When a customer buys an Underwood engagement ring or solitaire diamond pendant or a pair of ear studs, we guarantee they get the price they paid for it on the purchase of any larger diamond. Now, a lot of stores would say, big deal. We do that too, but here's the Underwood difference. We guarantee you get what you paid when you trade in your Underwood diamond, even if you're trading up by only $1. It's not that you have to trade up 2 for 1 like most jewelers ask. There have been literally thousands of people in the Jacksonville area who have taken advantage of our policy, and Underwood still grows a lot of diamonds for a lot of people.
Underwood's serving excellence since 1928 in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Fernandina Beach, live local radio for Jacksonville. 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Hey folks, Dave Binion here with Zero Res. At Zero Res, we love rugs. We will treat your fine oriental rugs with the tender and loving care they deserve. Gerard, the Zero Res rug manager, is one of the few certified master rug cleaners in Florida. If you want your rugs cleaned with tender loving care, call Zero Res. Right now, get your rugs washed and we will give you 25% off. Zero Res, spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zero Res. Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinder's Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinder's Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinder's home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinder's Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
First, I want to say I thank God, man. I never thought I would be in this position. It's crazy. Your belief take you a long way. It's actually crazy, man. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. First, I want to thank my fiance and my mother. You know, they've been with me since first time I had surgery my first year of college. They never took a step away from me. All the hard hours, all the hard days, all the times I didn't want to wake up and even watch my phone, get on my phone, look at football. Y'all stayed with me. I'm very thankful for y'all. I'm thankful. Thankful for my mother. You know, she took me out of Florida, bad area. I'm always getting in trouble. To now, look where I'm at. It's crazy.
All right, that's Travis Hunter who won the Heisman Trophy. What it seems like a terrific young man. That guy's going to be an asset to some NFL locker room to the point that I take a bright side of falling to the Jets yesterday of staying in the sweepstakes for Travis Hunter. I don't know if the Jaguars would take him. I don't even know who's going to be making the picks for the Jaguars. I'm 1,000,000% sold on what I do, and I get if there's pushback that y'all want a big men, and after the monologue today, pointing out the one area still hadn't been fixed is that defensive line outside of the ends. You know, I'll say about this, it's like, you know, it's almost like the ends and to a degree the corner draw the criticisms that say the quarterback does on offense. But I would argue that the last 2 years, Walker and Allen have been a top 5 pass rushing duo in the league by impact and by stats. And I know it's cynical to say Josh Allen's contract. I mean, he does have 7. It's not like he's sitting here on 3.5. There's an elite level of guys, a gang, that get this 15 to 20 every year. It's a small number of guys, 3 or 4 guys that do that. Those are the Hall of Fame level players. We don't have Hall of Famers here, but those 2 dudes do their job. There's no one else helping. That's the problem. I mean, nobody helping. Hunter wins the Heisman fairly comfortably over Genty. I'll give Genty credit. Says, I should have won, man. I should have run away with it. He did make history. I mean, he's you know, planting himself top the rushing charts all time. I just think Hunter's versatility, his dominance on 2 sides of the ball, it's just a doggone shame that these 2 guys, each with as valid a Heisman candidacy as we've seen. We spend too many Heisman campaigns trying to balance the record of and stats of 2 quarterbacks who played on near undefeated teams each threw 41 touchdowns and 5 picks. And we try and decide, gosh, should it be Tua or should it be, Joe Burrow, whatever. So I have these two guys, these unique credentials, and they were extremely unique. And, like I said, I went back and forth, and really, in serious on Friday, I landed back on Hunter. Then he tried to get me on Genty, and for good measure and fun, all right, we'll give it to him too. But it was a comfortable win for Hunter. And again, I don't think I'm in the minority. I will say this isn't just the fanboy, don't watch football, take the flashy guy pick. I'm talking about taking a dude here. I mean, what if you're getting a Hall of Fame corner? What if it's Patrick Peterson or one of these dudes? Champ Bailey, Surtain. What if that's who he is? By all measures, throughout his football career, that's who he is. And he's a honor roll student. He's a leader in the locker room with his teammates. Man, that guy is going to be a terrific addition and asset to some team. And I long for Tyson Campbell at one corner, Travis Hunter at the other corner, with an offensive package that sees him on the field 10 to 12 plays. That, to me, is how you spy. Give me that and some new creative thinking. Let's get our quarterback on track. And spin the rest somehow. Again, I would find it dubious to believe that we could trust the same set of eyes and mentality to build this defensive line that we've trusted for 4 years, and it hadn't been built any better at all. Not a dang bit better. I bet you in 2020, when we won a game, we had 26 sacks. I did look. We are, or was sent, thank you, text line, Design My Lifetime of Closers, tied for third worst. One team has 19, someone has 25, and we have 26. It's just pitiful. And that's what the end's producing. And I know y'all want more, but that's what the end, what did I say they've given us? Like 17 of our 26? Does Trayvon have 10? What does he have?
I think he's at 10.
He has 10 and 7, I'm pretty sure.
Let's see.
17 from those two dudes is not bad. I mean, is that the 17 that you're going to get from Myles Garrett or TJ Watt or one of those dudes alone? No, but
Trayvon has 8.5.
Oh, 8.5.
Josh Hines has 7.
So 15.5 of the 26. And again, the fact that Roy Robertson Harris is still tied for third for the sack lead with Ledbetter, rotational player, old veteran you found. Meanwhile, we got a boatload of second, third, fourth, and fifth round defensive linemen that are on this roster that don't do anything on game day. Not a thing. Not a thing. Ship sailed on Devon Hamilton. No promise there ever forced through. When is our guy, when is our defensive tackle on hike strongly shaked and slithered his way through a gap between the guard and center and blown up a play in the backfield? When's the last time? Honestly, I've seen linebackers maybe shoot in or a safety and tackle for loss every now and then. But when did we just blow a play up and meet the ball carrier at the ball? Answer, never. Up to fourth now in the draft order. That's Travis Hunter territory again. I'm all in on getting Travis Hunter. I'm down now with just losing the rest and getting a position to take that kid. That's who I want. I want a difference-making, game-changing playmaker, alpha, Heisman winner, best player in the whole freaking world of amateur football. That's who I want. I don't care if he's not 6'6", 320. Sorry. Again, maybe that's just me. The Shazam Spotlight brought to you by ShazamAuto.com and the Murray Ford Superstores, Stark and Kingsland. If it's drama you're looking for, look away. There's still 3 full weeks left in the football season. 3 full weeks to go. The Buffalo Bills have clinched the AFC East. The Houston Texans have clinched the AFC South. The Kansas City Chiefs have clinched the AFC West. The Steelers, while having not clinched the AFC North, have already clinched a playoff spot. So that's 4 of the 7 playoff spots have already been decided. But wait, it gets better. For the wild card, you got the Ravens at 9-5. You got the Broncos at 9-5. They're all but in. They each have 3-game leads over the third wild card chaser, which is what? The 6-8 teams, the Colts, the Bengals, the Dolphins. And then you have the Chargers at 8-6, so they have a 2-game lead over the Bengals and the Dolphins. Point being, for really all intents and purposes, barring some, and it happens, because the schedules are so quirky in the NFL and the league is so parity-driven, the Broncos could, I guess, turn around and lose their last 3. But very, very statistically unlikely. It's very possible that with 3 games still to go, the entire AFC playoff field is set. In fact, I believe that it is. The Bills are going to win the East. I'd say they're going to be the 2 seed. The Chiefs are going to win the West. They're going to be the 1. The Steelers or the Ravens will win the North. The Texans will win the South. The Steelers or the Ravens will be a wild card. The Broncos will be a wild card, and the Chargers will be a wild card. There's going to be some shuffling maybe in there. That number 1 seed has never been more valuable. Like back in the day with 6 playoff teams, or even when it's a 7, they would give the top 2 buys, remember? And so being the top seed did not carry the value. But think about it. With 14 playoff teams, if you're a top seed, you get a week off, you win 1 home playoff game, and you host to go to the Super Bowl, which is a much different path than winning a wild card game and then going on the road for 2 in a row to be really 2 of the best remaining teams. Y'all still sure your Lions are just going to waltz their way to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
They're looking at that defense. And by the way, a lot of excitement about the Bills. We'll get into this football fix. But, excuse me for coronating the next Super Bowl champions when they've given up like 44 and 40 the last 2 weeks. Now, I know they're 1-1, and Josh Allen is the MVP. Just give that man the hardware right now, what he's doing. But, man, those defenses giving up 40 like that could be a problem. So the AFC's put to bed is my point. And by the way, the NFC's not a whole lot better. The Eagles have clinched a playoff spot. The Lions have clinched a playoff spot. And the final wild card is a 9-5 record. Only Seattle at 8-6, who had a bad loss at home last night to Green Bay. That's a game they needed to win. They lost their quarterback in the process. But there's not, not a whole lot of drama left in the NFC as well. So to be this much football season still in front of us yet, to still be, for it to be just about decided. Falcons have a must-win tonight. They trail the Bucs by a game. They own the tiebreaker, so that division race is still up for grabs. Rams and Seahawks both tied at 8-6 now, and the Cardinals at 7-7 with a win yesterday are also in the race in the NFC. But other than that, it's shuffling between Detroit, Minnesota, Green Bay. The Eagles at the top now, tied with the Lions, although the Lions have the tiebreaker. So, all right, the Jags season mercifully comes down to the end. Came close yesterday. But in the end, couldn't make the plays. A bad interception at the end of the game. We're trying to drive for a tying score. We talked about BTJ and what a nice, fun watch he is as he continues to accumulate stats down the stretch. Going to get to 1,000 yards. Might get to 10 touchdowns. Also, Brenton Strange yesterday. Brenton Strange, when he has been forced to play due to Evan Ingram absence, has been very good. He's another one where he'll look good for a week and then they won't feature him at all. The offense has had no rhyme or reason or continuity this year. Brenton Strange, after a big day yesterday, was asked how important these last 3 weeks are for him.
It's really important, but I'm not going to do anything more. I'm just going to be myself. I don't try to be anybody. I don't try to do too much. If the ball comes my way, I'm going to make the play, and I'm going to try to score. That's my mindset, and that's my mentality every time the ball's in my hands. Just try to score.
All right, Jags go to the Raiders where they play next Sunday. You guys have a good time in the Circa Pool out there for those of you making the trip. Man, sure hope that the implications would be a lot different when we booked those packages back in August, huh? You'll have fun, though, nonetheless. We will come back with a football fix next. By the way, that Shazam Spotlight at the playoff race that's basically all but over is brought to you by ShazamAuto.com and the Murray Ford Superstores. Yeah, I don't want to brag, but truck guy here, got the Ranger down there at Murray. Been a couple of years now. I see it's up for a truck of the year this year. That's how we roll. The Murray Ford Superstores in Stark and Kingsland, also another superstore, other brands in Stark as well. Pre-owned, new, terrific product line, unbelievable customer service, start to finish. It's a lifetime. I'm a lifer now with the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Good win for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers yesterday, knocking off the Chargers 40-17 as Baker Mayfield throws for 4 touchdowns, and the Buccaneers go to 8-6. They are now the overwhelming heavy favorites to win the NFC South, paying out at minus 490. Only the Atlanta Falcons remain on the board. They pay out at plus 370 to win the division. The Falcons have a record of 6-7 tonight. They're on the road to take on the Raiders. Atlanta is a 5.5-point favorite. Over under at 44.5. One of 2 games tonight in the NFL. The other, Bears at the Vikings. Minnesota sitting as a 7-point favorite. A $250 bonus when you open a GBank Visa signature card. Visa.com/GBank. Terms apply. I'm Matt Pauley. This has been your action update on 1010XL.
The holidays are here, and so is your entire family.
Uh-oh, the toilet's not flushing.
And now the kitchen sink's clogged too? There's water coming from the ceiling. It's raining in the living room.
Don't let this be your holiday disaster. Call Duck Duck Rooter today and get those plumbing issues fixed before family time turns into flood time. Duck Duck Rooter, your local plumbing pros and proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. DuckDuckRooter.com.
At Hodges Mazda, they are proud of their solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. Lauren Brooks here as your hometown Mazda dealer. Their high customer service standards and their huge inventory of new and used cars provide their customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Their professional, non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And all new car purchases include the Hodges Mazda Protection Plan. Visit Hodges Mazda online at HodgesMazda.com or stop in today during Mazda's A Season to Move You event and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
This is Tony Baselli, Pro Football Hall of Famer. I was known for protecting our quarterback. These days, I'm extending that protection to a different arena, your home. I have partnered with Heritage Roofing of North Florida, your premier local roofers with over 25 years of experience. Heritage is your go-to roofer for hurricane preparation with same-day inspections and estimates. They also work with all insurance companies. Let Heritage Roofing of North Florida safeguard your home and family. Visit heritagenfl.com for your free estimate today.
State license CCC 1335410.
Integrity, persistence, and standing up for victims. It's what you want in a personal injury case and what my friend and lawyer Glenn Cohen brings to every case for over 40 years. Call Glenn at Barnes & Cohen.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees, about $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
What to get, friends, family, and loved ones this holiday? Prosper here, listen to The Drill, now through Christmas, to win gifts from our holiday gift guide sponsors. Each winner eligible to win a grand prize of $1,000 in jewelry from Beard's Diamonds.
Frank Frangie here. Big Chief Tire makes auto care affordable with 6-month financing with the CFNA card. Plus, get $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. Whether you need new tires, brakes, or general checkup, Big Chief's expert technicians will take care of your car with top-notch service. And with no interest for 6 months, now is the perfect time to handle your vehicle needs. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to apply for your CFNA card today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Hey, sports fans, it's Hayes Carlyon from MyBookie. It's Monday Night Football time, and we've got the scoop, so let's dive into tonight's doubleheader. The Bears go to the Vikings as 7-point underdogs with a 43.5-point over-under. Give a look at the Bears to cover on the road. Game 2, the Falcons take on the Raiders. The Falcons are favored by 4 points on the road. They've been resilient on the road. I think they can cover that spread. I would go with the over there of 44 as well. MyBookie has the best odds for Monday Night Football. Remember, it's all action all the time with MyBookie. Bet with confidence tonight, guys. MyBookie has the best sign-up bonus in the industry for Florida bettors. Our listeners can just sign up and use promo code 1010XL to claim a bonus that doubles your money on your very first deposit up to $1,000. That's promo code 1010XL to claim your deposit bonus for Monday Night Football. Sign up now with promo code 1010XL. Bet anywhere, anytime, and make your season a winning season with MyBookie.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatsiers experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Have a group trip or company function soon? Mark Watson here with Hardball Creative. Get busy ordering the t-shirts and other swag you'll need. It's easy with Hardball.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The Jags couldn't pull out the victory over the New York Jets despite the best performance from quarterback Mac Jones in a Jaguar uniform. Head coach Doug Peterson says a Hall of Fame QB is a difference maker.
Aaron's a great quarterback. You know, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. They made plays that we didn't make, and that part's unfortunate.
The Jag head coach remarked on the performance of his backup QB.
Played well. You know, Matt gets more comfortable with the things we're doing and what he likes, and it was a good performance.
Wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr. broke 2 Jag rookie records and shared his emotions on his accomplishment.
It was just super exciting for me. It was a great moment. But at the end of the day, still just wanted it'll be better if I got the win.
That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Raise stakes, risk it all. I take the hate. This the winning team. Get the Gatorade. My guy good, but he's not safe. No, they try to shut us down, and it ain't gonna slide. Only thing I fear is God, and he on my side.
All right, here we sit at 3-11. Again, the draft order as it would play out today. The Jags would pick 4th. Some point got to fix these glaring holes, and again we kind of circle back to the pass rush today, and I'll double down. I'll die on the wall. Ends aren't the problem, and we have a way around here. We ain't got a whole lot of good players. It annoys me. It's a pet peeve of mine when, as a fan base, we get this growing wave of narrative and break down the legitimate building block, decent, better than league average pieces that we have. and I won't beat it to death, but I mean, it's just, first of all, it's inaccurate. Josh Allen was drafted in 2019 with the 7th pick in the draft. All right. He has 52 career sacks. How many players drafted since then between 2020 and 2024 have more sacks than Josh Allen? Right? I mean, if you bust, there have been guys that have come along that have blown by you, right? You know how many guys drafted since Josh Allen's draft have more sacks than Josh Allen? 0. Not a player. Not a pass rusher, not a young guy, not a superstar. You know, no one's coming to the league. And, you know, despite what public sentiment gone 14 sacks, 14 sacks, 14 sacks, 10 sacks. No, 50. In his draft class, 2019, it was a whopper of a pass rushing class. Nick Bosa was in that class. Max Crosby was in that class. Brian Burns was in that class. All 3 of those guys have been all pros, right? Josh Allen has 52 career sacks, same draft class as those 3. Again, no one would quibble with any of those guys and their distinctions. But Josh Allen, by the way, on terrible teams that are winning one game and other teams could run the ball for 70 plays if they wanted to and somehow win. When we're looking at bold overall numbers, let's not forget that half the league could run the ball for the second half against us. There's not even a reason to pass. We're 1-15. But back to it. The 2019 draft class, edge rushing class, Josh Allen has 52 sacks. Brian Burns, 53. Max Crosby, 59. And then the cream of the crop, Bosa, 62 and a half. Or maybe it's 60 and a half. I can't read my writing. So let's worry about what we really need to get really, really better at. And then determine if our better than average league players aren't going to be enough to help us get there. But as we continue to tear down some of the legitimately good pieces that we have here, if they were being implemented and supplemented correctly, and despite your offense at the contract that he was given or the fact that he doesn't have 17 sacks this year and only 7, Josh Allen is one of the few players we have that is not just above, but way above league average as a football player. Fire up the band. We got a football fix. Let's give you a couple news notes around the National Football League. Man, it is that public opinion can flow awful fast in the NFL, and teams and players that look like shoo-ins 1 week, 3 weeks later, the narrative can change. First, 2 Monday nighters tonight. Playoff implications for the Falcons. Implication being if you lose this one, season's over. They're at the Raiders. The Raiders are 2-11. Sounds just like the kind of game the Falcons lose. Bears-Vikings tonight as well for some reason. All right, Chiefs beat the Browns yesterday, but Mahomes goes down with an ankle injury late. The Chiefs had 13-1, real good shape for home field throughout the playoffs. I mean, the Bills would have the tiebreaker, but they've lost 3 times. So would it be just completely shocking to see the Chiefs sit Mahomes for a week? I don't know. We shall see. Bengals keeping their faint playoff hopes alive, but as I said earlier, really just about the entire playoff field is set in both conferences, especially the AFC. So with 3 weeks to go, there's not going to be a lot of drama in this playoff chase. Bengals going to rue a defense that just, no matter what the offense did this year, wasn't enough. Commanders held on for dear life, beat the Saints yesterday. Washington steady in the ship. They're now 9-5, pointed toward the playoffs again. All right, Ravens over the Giants yesterday. One of the most hazardous jobs in the world right now is playing quarterback for the Giants. You're liable to get concussed or just broken in half each and every week. DeVito was back in after about the 6th back and forth bounce back, and then he went out with concussion. Giants are awful. Ravens beat them by 21. Cowboys over the Panthers, reminding Carolina just how far they still have to come. That'll do it for the Dolphins. They fall to 6-8. Tua was bad yesterday. Less than 200 yards passing, a couple 3 interceptions. Texans, C.J. Stroud, man, he has not ascended this year, that's for sure. But the Texans got a winning formula out there. They went 20-12. That'll do it for the Colts. Man, you can argue the whole season went away when Jonathan Taylor dropped the ball before he crossed the end zone. I think it was a BS call. I don't know why they ever looked at it. It didn't look to the eye like he had done it, especially early. I'm surprised even that they could rule that he completely relinquished control before he crossed the goal line. Didn't like the call, but it completely turned the game. The Colts were going to take like an 11-point lead, and instead, the Broncos rally and win. Bills, the good news is they win 48-42. Bad news is a team you're telling me is going to win the Super Bowl has given up 44 and 42 in back-to-back weeks. At some point, there will be a defense that doesn't let Josh Allen put his cape on for 60 minutes, but as of yet, that defense has not shown up on the Bills' schedule. Maybe the Ravens. Didn't the Ravens chew them up pretty good on a primetime game earlier this year? Eagles over the Steelers yesterday. All is well. Hurts to Brown for a TD toss. I think he had 100 yards as well. Cardinals staying alive in the NFC West. It's by far the most dramatic division left. Bucks, man, put it on the Chargers yesterday. That was a bit surprising to me. The Chargers lost J.K. Dobbins. That was a big part of what they were doing this year. We'll see, but the San Diego Chargers, Los Angeles, now just 8-6. And last night, Sunday Night Football, two teams that last night signals like they're going in opposite directions. It looks like the Seahawks are going to limp down the home stretch here and fall out of playoff position. I don't know. We'll have to see Geno Smith's knee injury. Packers, meanwhile, after, almost beating Detroit last week on Thursday night primetime, really played well last night in Seattle. Josh Jacobs has been a heck of a pickup. Aaron Jones is a good running back. Josh Jacobs has been an upgrade. That's Football Picks. You're welcome. Hicken and Rival more come your way next. It is the Monday Morning Quarterback. DivorceMenOnly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Here we come.
The best defense is a superior fence. Superior Fence and Rail highlights the defensive player of the game. On 1010XL, Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Want to be up close and personal with the Jaguars as they take the field? Here's your chance to be in the shadows, outside the Jaguars locker room, now called The Vault. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows. One winner and a guest for every home game at Everbank Stadium. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents in the United States and D.C. 18 and older. Entry periods for the Shadow Sweepstakes promotion from 8/19/24 to 12/15/24. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsored administrator, Everbank N.A. member FDIC.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beachurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beachurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beachurst Plumbing, here to help.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Start your Sunday off with a cup of Joe and some sports medicine intel. This is Joe C. inviting you to join me and Dr. George Bari for Breaking Bones every Sunday morning at 7:30. And if you miss an episode, just look for Breaking Bones wherever you listen to podcasts.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily's Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses, lettuce, tomato, potato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Come to Monahan Jewelers' 47th annual holiday sale now with up to 30% off GIA certified diamonds and up to 40% off our entire store. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. We're not a big box store. We're your local family jeweler with an amazing hand-picked inventory for every budget, and with interest-free financing, enjoy beautiful jewelry with a low monthly payment. Support your local family jeweler this Christmas with up to 40% off our entire inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, open 7 days a week in December.
Our most popular meat combo is ready to grill this season. Pounds and pounds of marinated steak tips and chicken, fresh ground beef, and homemade sausage. Just ask for the sampler combo.
For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
It's the Jaguars' final home game of the 2024 regular season, and you don't want to miss it. Join us Sunday, December 29th for our fan appreciation game when the Jaguars take on the Tennessee Titans.
It's going to go over on downs, and the Jags are going to win the ball game.
To lock in your seats for this divisional matchup, head to jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you there, Jags fans.
Brian Wall here with Window World. You know that awesome feeling when you finally find that one place to go to that will give you a top quality product at a great price and then stand behind what they sell you? That's exactly what Window World does. Top quality, energy efficient windows at a great price that keeps more of your money in your bank account. With the absolute best guarantee in the window replacement business. That's why Window World has been the #1 window replacement company in the USA for years, selling more than 1 million windows each year for the past 8 years. That's a lot of satisfied customers, and you can be one too. Save money on installing new energy-efficient windows and save on your energy bills too. You can't lose. And if anything goes wrong with your new Window World windows ever, Window World and I will be there to make it right. Call Window World today or see them online and have them come and give you a free estimate and see why we are so proud of our products and the work we do for our customers. Call Window World or go online at windowworldneflorida.com. And thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Hey, Hicken here for Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code JAX, J-A-X, to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's promo code JAX to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, man. Run your game.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Lone Pronto. Florida will play in the Gasparilla Bowl on Friday, December 20th, facing Tulane. Gator head coach Billy Napier looks forward to the competition.
You know, we get another opportunity to compete again. We get to be together.
Florida men's basketball continues their winning streak on Saturday, defeating Arizona State. Head coach Todd Golden, the defensive effort was key.
Did a great job letting our defense lead us to transition. We were able to get in some spurts, getting some steals, getting some runouts, getting some dunks.
Our in-state pro teams in the NFL, the Buccaneers remain atop their division, defeating the Los Angeles Chargers with a strong performance from quarterback Baker Mayfield, who credited his offensive line.
Offensive line took over, and that was really the biggest difference there in the second half.
The Dolphins' playoff hopes got dimmer with the loss to Houston. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 7:01, it's 58 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Hello, darkness, my friend.
You know it.
I've come to talk with you again.
You know it.
Because a vision softly creeping
Yada hada ha.
left its seeds while I was sleeping.
Yes, sir.
And the vision that was planted in my brain
Still remains.
still remains
The season that would not end.
within the sound
I love sports. I love football.
Sure.
In restless dreams, this dog ain't getting up. Somebody take her out back and put a slug in her.
At least it was like a fun game. At least it was a good game yesterday. It was an entertaining football game.
It
The
was.
offense wasn't a disaster except for like the disastrous plays where balls just go where? What?
For a
What was
moment there, I
that?
thought we were going to go into OT.
Yeah, for a moment. What were you thinking?
I don't know, man.
Come on, man.
Good game.
Yeah, good game. 3-11. Yeah. Remember the old days when the NFL season was 14 games? I wish we had that back. We'd be done. 3-11. We posted. See ya. Draft talk. 3-11, man.
You know, I said kind of what overwhelmed me driving in today is we have rightly really honed in on 4 or 5 major flaws with this football team along the way, whether it's slow start, short yardage, not targeting guys, offensive line play, the secondary's a disaster, this, that, the other. And at the end of the day, Dan, it's the same old nucleic problem. We still have not built a defensive line that could control the other team. We had a 41-year-old quarterback just stroll around and make sandwiches and drink tea until someone got open. And if they didn't, even a 41-year-old quarterback, there'd be wide open gaps. He could run for almost 50 yards.
45 yards rushing for Aaron Rodgers.
We can't get to the quarterback outside of the ends, man. They're the only ones that do their job. It's crazy.
45 yards rushing for for 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers, who I don't know what all the hullabaloo's been about the dude. He looked terrific.
He looked pretty good, yeah.
I mean,
he's actually, and he's been okay the last 2 or 3 weeks.
If I'm them, I might. Who am I getting that's better?
No, I'll run it back.
We got to run it back. They have dogs on their team. They got stars. There's no way that team should be 4-10. No way. I mean, Devontae Adams turned back the clock yesterday. That catch on the sideline is the best catch of the year. You got to be hard pressed to find one better.
Did you see the unbelievable stat with Adams?
What no one's ever done it.
He had 135 yards receiving in the last 4 minutes of the game. The highest total in the last 4 minutes I saw this century, which then I said, well, that's not that long. That's only 25 years, but probably not many have done that. Because he was just kind of until then.
Well, he had no catches in the first half. He dropped a ball.
Right.
He was like, this guy stinks.
I remember that.
The worst problem with the Jets was drop balls. And Lazard, terrible. They can't catch the ball. I mean, Aaron Rodgers put it right in their hands. I mean, he put it right in their hands on spots.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we got Devin Lloyd chasing Devontae Adams down the middle of the field. Didn't he? When Devontae Adams was on the Vegas Raiders, did he not run the same thing and score a touchdown?
Here.
Right here?
Yeah.
2 years ago? We didn't remember that one?
Yeah.
And then, I mean, did he come off the sideline on that play? Was that a trick play at the end of the game?
How do you let that guy get that open?
Did he come off the sideline? Was he hiding on the bench, and then he stepped across into the field of play? Aaron Rodgers kind of looked to the right and then turned and flipped it back to Devontae. That guy ran. Let me put it this way. At 61 years old, I could have made it to the 20. If Aaron Rodgers had thrown me that ball, I would have got us a first down and made it to the 20-yard line.
You wouldn't have caught the one on the sideline the play before.
I wouldn't have caught any of them.
Yeah.
But on that particular play, he was so wide open. He ran 39 yards unencumbered. How is that possible? It can only be laughed at. It can only be chuckled about. It's Devontae Adams. He's just chewed you up for 150 yards, and we choose to not cover him. We got a linebacker from Yale on this team. He knows. I mean, he must be sitting there going, my God, are we stupid?
Yeah, I'm not giving anyone any credit for their football IQ. I don't care where you went to college. You could have a degree from the Wharton Business School. Nobody out there looks like they're doing the right thing.
I mean,
the breakdowns in the secondary, though, they've just been egregious. We've had big ones all year long. Started with this shoot after the fumble and Tyreek Hill got behind everyone. Now, we have guys running wide open on us too many times.
I wanted to stand up in the press box and applaud yesterday when I saw something that I have not seen this whole year. And, it's taken us 14 games, but we have finally the Jaguar coaching staff, the aplomb, deft brilliance, has finally figured out a few things. Like, one, Brian Thomas Jr. is our best player. We're going to throw him the ball no matter what.
Yeah, 14 targets was nice to see. And from start to finish. They came at the start of the game.
We're going to force feed them just like we did at the end of the half or at the second half of last week. We're going to force. We finally figured that out. It's taken a while.
And by the way,
the boys have finally figured out. Throw it to 7.
And I also like the fact we didn't outsmart ourselves. Obviously, that little swinging gate kind of offense was working early. Stay with it until they stop it. You're going to get 7-8 yards. Keep doing it.
We're going to throw it to that cat no matter what. We have figured that out. But this one is the stunner. And the boys, i.e. coaching staff, sat around last Monday and Tuesday and freaking came up with a new play that was a pleasure to watch.
Okay.
Pleasure to watch.
Which one?
Because every game, Jeff, in the NFL, I watch the good teams throw in all these wrinkles, man. Like Andy Reid can't wait to get into the lab. He comes up with 5 new plays every week.
Did you see Mike Holmgren last night in the lead-in?
No.
When's the last time you saw Mike Holmgren?
It's been a while.
Yeah. You wouldn't recognize him. Continue.
Really? Okay.
I thought it was Andy Reid for a second.
Oh, wow. So, Mac Jones rolls right. Everything's, we got a little dump off pass to the right. No, we stop. We turn back. Devin Duvernay's over there. Brandon Sheriff pulls over from the right guard spot and leads Duvernay down the field. That was a great
That little
play.
28-yard. It only took to the fourth quarter to get there, but
Well, it took 14 games. I haven't seen that was a new play. Thank you. The boys got put in an extra. Hey, you like that one? I got this idea. I mean, my gosh, dude. Been screaming for that all year. So there was some imagination. Offensively, they were okay. They played to Mac Jones' strengths. Mac Jones not a deep ball thrower, obviously. He's a dink and dunker. He's a check down.
For sure. Yeah.
I mean, that's what he is.
And he does throw some dumb throws.
Yeah.
Like just up for grabs. You can't, I mean, you got to know the situation. We got second and short here, dude. Why are we throwing deep to begin with? And then just like to, I mean.
Don't know. It was really Dumb and Dumber because the Jets get down to the 1 yard line and they have Jags have to take a timeout with 1:52 to go. They got 2 timeouts left. It's first and goal. What do you do on the 1 yard line? First and goal. You take a knee. You run it down to 15 seconds.
Yeah.
You kick the field goal. They got no timeouts. You kick it off. You win.
That was dumb.
And a cover. It was dumb.
Yeah.
Our Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day brought to you by our friends at Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators as well. Brian Thomas Jr. is ...
Okay. Fun.
Top 5 NFL receiver. Star in the making. Best here since Jay Smooth. At worst, a true number 1.
Yeah, there's a lot of those true. He's not top 5 receiver. It's crazy.
Okay.
That's crazy talk. But the other 3 could
crazy.
You could argue each of the other 3. I think they're all kind of interrelated.
Star in the making, best here since Jay Smooth. At worst, a true number 1.
Yeah,
Pick one.
A true number 1 is Jimmy Smith in the making and is a star in the. So I'm going to go. He is. I'll say he is a star in the making.
Okay, E, what say you?
Yeah, I like star in the making.
Okay, well, good because you're in the lead with 59.7. Best here since Jay Smith, 17.6. Top 5 NFL receiver, 13.3. At worst, a true number 1, 9.4, 560 votes. Brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes. Couple hours left if you want to vote on social media. Take advantage of Dreamfinders, a 2.99% year 1 rate. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Listen, if you don't think you can afford a home and you want to be a first-time homeowner, go to dreamfindershomes.com. Contact one of the folks over there. They'll help you navigate through your home purchase. You'll be surprised when you see that mortgage cost. It will be to your benefit. It's Dreamfinders Homes, dreamfindershomes.com, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, yeah, he brings us joy. And I'll clap it up for that pick, too. That's a great pick. Congratulations. I'll take that one all day long. Rookie records and everything except for receptions, which he'll break with his next catch.
Well, and he now, by the way, has passed even Brock Bowers for the rookie yardage lead.
Oh, he did?
Now, Bowers plays tonight, but Brian Thomas Jr. now has 956 yards. Brock Bowers has 933, and the 8 touchdowns, leads all rookie receivers.
Yeah.
The only stat he leads in the yards, he leads in touchdowns, he leads in yards per catch. His reception total, that number is lower than the other players because he's been more of a big play guy.
Well,
64. It looks like what do we got? 3 games left.
Yeah.
I'll give him another just to be. I'll get him up 70. I'll give him 11 just to be, and that's being conservative.
And that could go way above.
Yeah, so he'll go 75. I'll give him another 150 yards. So
1,100.
75 for 1,100 and another 2 touchdowns and 10 touchdowns. Unbelievable rookie year.
Okay.
Start to finish, by the way. He played hurt in the middle. Remember when he was hurt? That?
Yep.
And yesterday proved that it's okay. That's Sauce Gardner on him.
Yeah.
And we're going to force it to you against one of the best corners in the league. What can you do, kid? I'll tell you what I can do. Double digits, 2 touchdowns, 100 yards. How's that?
Yeah.
See you next week.
Yeah. It is what it is. I mean, we could go on, but it's just so depressing. The Jags are 3-11. They go to Vegas this week. Guys, have fun if you're heading out there. Enjoy the time out there. We got 1 home game left. They've won 1 game at the bank this year. I'm sorry, Jacksonville.
And last year, same thing.
Yeah, 2. I think they won 2.
Same thing. It's ridiculous, man.
It's so sad. And, it's just, it is what it is at this point. It is what it is.
Well, we've just been exposed to having a lot more holes than we do. The only thing that I would say with all of these frontline starters missing, our guys are playing games just as close as we were with the starters.
Oh, I know what I wanted to say. I want to say this about Brenton Strange. I liked what he did yesterday. What do you have, 11 for 73? If he was a running back. But when you catch the ball, this is one thing I'll start to ask from these tight ends because I've watched this in Doug Peterson's offense, and I hate it. I hate how he uses the tight ends. I do.
He doesn't get them down the seam.
No, we get 3-yard catches. We work way too hard for 3- and 4-yard catches. If you catch the ball 11 times, one of them you got to break. One of them you got to break for 28, 35 yards.
I think the other side of that is unless you're using it as some form of, how they say, an extension of the run game, and then 7 yards a pop would be a good number. So,
yeah.
I thought overall we got guys open, and if it meant it was only a 7-yard grab, at least it wasn't an incompletion.
We had wait.
But
listen,
Mac
again,
is incapable of winning. He was going to make a mistake at the big moment every time.
I think yesterday we ran the ball very well. I think the O-line has continued to play well down the stretch. I think when you start identifying what works and what doesn't work, look, it depends what Brandon Sheriff is going to do, but a lot of these guys are going to be back next year, and that's okay. Those guys are okay. We ran the ball well. Now, listen, again, don't get too carried away. We're playing crappy teams right now. We got another one on Sunday.
But I will say, we're losing to the crappy teams just like we lost to the good ones. Except for the Bills and the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
We've been right. We played all the teams good. Just quick, because I know we got breakfast with Baselli next. Did the Heisman ceremony, did the results go as your vote went?
No.
Okay.
No, I voted Ashton Jeanty 1, Travis Hunter 2, but I had no problem with Travis Hunter winning. He's a worthy Heisman.
Either
trophy.
way. Yeah.
I had either one. And
then third,
I've liked Jeanty all along, and I wavered a little bit, but in the end, I said I'm voting for Ashton.
Your
Jeanty.
third place vote, you will often give to some sort of sentimental or ceremonial.
I wanted to honor the service academies for their great year, so I voted probably for the wrong guy, but the Army quarterback who had a bad day Saturday. So
Navy beat Army good.
He had like 29 touchdowns, but I wanted to give him a point because it was a very close vote. The only thing I took, did you watch the Heisman Trophy ceremony?
I did.
Dear Drill.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Heisman Trophy winner. I'm engaged, but my fiance is not a very nice lady. I think she has some experience at the Cheetah in Atlanta.
Oh man!
Wow!
Damn!
She yells.
Stripper on the field.
She yells and complains at me all the time. What should I do? Heisman Trophy champion.
Well, that's not what he said in the speech, man.
Yeah.
He said nothing but love and shout outs.
Yeah,
he shouted her out first.
Yeah, he needs to run. He needs to run to the other end of the earth, man. Travis Hunter is a sweet kid with a big smile, and he's being bamboozled by that sweetheart. Get out of there, Trav.
Oh my goodness.
Am I wrong? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched.
There's video of he's taking a picture with some lady. Okay, she's sitting on the couch. She goes, "What am I supposed to do? Just sit here?"
That's what you said to him.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
that's what you're supposed to do. Well, I take pictures because I'm trying to be a nice guy.
You're more worried about like being a Karen or a.
Oh, she's a nightmare, dude.
Yeah, just overbearing.
She's no Savannah.
Yeah.
This is not 9 o'clock nasty. I would start talking about watches and hoochies and things of that ilk.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I never mind about that Heisman.
She was a quote bartender in Atlanta. Quote bartender.
Where did they meet? What's the story of this love blossoming?
Well, from what I gathered, he DM'd her. He DM'd her, and she wasn't feeling him at first.
Yeah.
No. They met at a party.
No, and then she realized who he was, and saw the cash dollars. Travis, my man.
That's his fault.
Run for your Dion.
Yeah.
Some fatherly advice.
Maybe. Yeah. I'm going to stay out of that one. That's nice.
Am I wrong, E?
I'm sure Dion's going to make sure.
I'm glad to be out of that conversation. Tony
Why?
Baselli is
Why
next.
are you glad?
I didn't see any of it. I don't know
Step
anything
up.
about any of them.
Help the kid out. We do Dear Drill.
It can't just be two young kids in love.
No, it's not.
Each his own.
He is. She's not.
Different things we're looking for in a relationship. Maybe some people like to be browbeaten and cow-tied.
What am I supposed to do? Sit here?
This is the drill.
This is your Duval Minute, brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
Should the secondary be the Jags' number one priority in the offseason? In one word, yes. Yes, they were horrible again yesterday. Listen, our big-time corner, shame on you, Tyson Campbell. You have not played well, and when the media asks you for interviews on Sunday, you need to talk on Sunday. That's the way it is, man. You're one of the pieces who are staying around here. We got Trayvon, he talks. We got Josh Hines-Allen, he talks. They didn't have sacks yesterday, they talk. Where you got to show up and talk, man. That's the way it goes. You know, the good and the bad. You were great when you're willing to talk after we shut down Justin Jefferson. We need more from you, and then we need a whole new secondary. That is for sure. And that's your Duval Minute, brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Lift Power, always looking for experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. You want to talk about benefits? How about 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus? Woo! Come see why Lift Power is one of the best places to work in our area. Been voted that way. Lift Power is a rapidly growing business, probably serving the Jacksonville area. Lift Power has been around for more than 50 years, and they're family-owned and operated. They want you to be part of the family. Don't let this opportunity slip by. You can learn more by visiting liftpower.com.
Starting at linebacker, number 55, Tom McManus.
I'm bringing you straight to the gridiron to show you what it's like to put on the Jags helmet and pads. Friday from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors.
Frank Frangie here. It's the holiday season, and Nimnik Buick GMC is here for you. Whether you're making memories on the road or continuing family traditions right here in Jacksonville, you can always count on us because there's nobody but Nimnik. This month, save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierra 1500s or enjoy rates as low as 0% zero APR financing. That's right, 0%. Shop online 24/7 at NimnikBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, Hicken here for Bow 9 Associates. You'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden frequently called upon for his expert opinion. Currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bow 9. Visit Bow 9 Associates today. Man, experience the difference. They are keeping the First Coast, what? Focused. That's Bow 9 and Associates.
A quality replacement window made with Fibrex material, which is 2 times stronger than vinyl, delivered through a stress-free process. Welcome to Renewal by Anderson. Get the peace of mind knowing Renewal by Anderson handles everything from start to finish. With one call, you'll enjoy working with the best people, exclusive products, and superior process. It's the people, it's the process, it's the product. For a limited time, buy one, get one 40% off all windows and doors, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Renewal by Anderson. A better way to a better window. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hey, y'all. Melissa Scobie here. And you know my husband, Josh, could really kick that ball. But when it comes to working around the house, well, not so much. So when I need irrigation, drainage, or seamless gutters, I rely on John Haney's crews at Clearwater. Hit it, guys.
Clearwater Irrigation
And drainage, too.
ClearwaterJacks.com.
When you need a mechanic you can trust, visit AA Automotive on Richard Street. For oil changes to complex repairs, AA Automotive is a full-service repair shop for personal and commercial fleet vehicles. Trust AA to keep your ride running A-OK.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a dandy. And do it today.
Epic offers. Factory direct pricing on AC equipment from Epic Cool Heating and Air. Call 904-859-EPIC. Epic discounts for military, police, first responders, and 1010 listeners like you. Epic Cool Heating and Air.
She's seen and heard all over 1010XL's video and social channels.
Whether the big cats are at the bank or on the road, I'm there too. Follow my updates all season long, on air and online.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota.
I'm Chris Campione.
Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione Law.
Now that's what I call high-quality H2O. If you want high-quality water in your home at a fair price that won't scare you to death, then talk to someone who knows water and is not a pushy salesman. Contact your local water boy Keith. I install premium equipment and can repair or even rebuild your existing system. In a business known for aggressive sales tactics, let me show you how my approach is different. If you've got any water problems, contact the water boy at waterboyjack.com.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
The 12 Days of Christmas is back and better than ever at Best Bet Jacksonville. From December 12th to the 23rd, we're lighting up the tables with our much-anticipated High Hands promotion, giving away over $330,000 in cash and prizes. The excitement continues to grow each day, starting at $1,200 and climbing up to $2,300, and the chance to set sail on a card player poker cruise. Explore all the excitement at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
David here with Royal Pest Services. Here's a special message from our president.
Thanks, David. This is Jordan Harrington, president of Royal Pest Services. We'd like to thank everyone who has trusted Royal Pest for their pest control needs this year. Wishing all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the Royal Pest family.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it. It's Hall of Fame Monday with Tony Baselli. Brought to you by Heritage Roofing of North Florida. Hall of Fame Quality Roofing Solutions.
All right, we got to get the expert in here. Talk about the expert opinion. PFHOF number 355, 71 your program, number 1 in your heart. Don Anthony Baselli Jr. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning. How we doing?
Doing great.
Attacking problems, Tone. We've been attacking problems, it feels like, for, 4 months now. So plenty more to attack after letting one get away yesterday.
Yeah, it's just is what it is. It was an entertaining game, at least. It was much better than last week's 10-6 thriller, right? I mean, there's your positive before I be turned downer Danny.
Well, I mean, yeah. I'll say that, I'll say the 3-10 going into that game, both teams eliminated, both teams, having, I mean, this is two franchises that came into the year that thought they'd be playing for,
thought it was going to be a playoff battle yesterday.
Yeah, exactly right. And you come in and it's the exact opposite. And I'll give, guys on both sides of the ball credit. They came out, I mean, they played hard.
Yeah, they were pros. They were professionals, correct.
They were professionals. They got after it. They were, and so that, it was a good football game. Unfortunately, we made too many errors again. That's kind of the story of the season. And it was kind of what team, because neither team could win close games this year. I mean,
right.
The Jets, I think, were 0-7. We were 1-7 in, one-score games or something ridiculous.
Yeah, now 1-8. Yeah.
And who was going to make the plays or who was going to make the mistakes at the end? Yeah. And they made the plays. We made mistakes. It helped them make plays. And it was the outcome that, we lost. I mean, it feels like this year it's really, I don't want to say the same story over and over, but it's a similar storyline from the standpoint of, not being able to make plays, not being able to get stops late in the game when the game's on the line. And that's the NFL. We talk about it every week. I mean, this is a one-possession league most of the time. And it's the team that executes at the end of the game and situational football that is successful. And this year we have not done that.
1 win at home this year. 1 win. I mean, just 2 wins last year. I mean, Hey. It's so, I mean, it's just so. And I go back to the, I think back to the Cleveland game because, everybody says, well, the Dolphin game and fumble and, bye-bye. And, well, home opener. And the one thing that we said, I remember that game, they came out flat. How do you come out? I can't stand it. It drives me crazy for the fans.
I think I think it seeps into your conscience, Tony. I mean, it's entirely possible that they just weren't as good as they thought they were, and I think they, like the fans, even subconsciously. I know there's not a mission statement in the chalk room before the season begins, but I think we all attributed last year's demise too much entirely on the injuries, and without realizing that even good football teams, even with all those injuries, do enough to at least keep a playoff spot, win a division again, and keep moving. And then, when it went south quick this year. They never dusted themselves up. They never showed that true confidence, did they? Do you see that with them?
Well, I mean, I think, you go back to opening day, and everyone wants to point to the fumble, and that was a huge play, no doubt about it.
Right.
But then it felt like early this season they could just never get it going, whether that's energy or urgency or whatever, because you open up, with a bad Cleveland team at home week 2, and, losing on the road opening day is not, it's not the biggest crime. I mean, okay, whatever. But it just felt like we never got our footing and never really got the momentum and confidence. Like, all right, we're a good football team. Let's go. Let's make plays. And offensively, we've not been in sync. And defensively, we're the worst defense in the league.
Oh, boy.
And we give up more explosives than anybody. And
727 yesterday.
That was the story yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, explosive plays. I mean, in the first half, if you were this game, football, the NFL comes down to a handful of plays every game that kind of determines. You usually don't know which ones they are. But you go back to the first half where we dominated time of possession, we controlled the ball, defense played, giving up only 7, good football, but we were 1 for 3 in the red zone. And so we settled for field goals. So in a game that you felt like, boy, we should be in complete control going into halftime, it's a one-possession game.
Yeah. And
you look up late in the third, kind of a little bit back and forth and a couple big plays, and they got the lead, 17-16. So, it's one of those seasons, and, it's frustrating and dissatisfying, and I think there's a lot of questions, and got 3 more to play, go to Vegas.
Ooh, 3 more, Tone.
And then you kind of everyone will sit back and wait for the evaluation process and see what's next.
Yeah, well, we can all help with the evaluation process, but you're right.
The inability for the staff or this team to make adjustments. Tony, this is a painful trip down memory lane. The first half against the Dolphins for an offense that was incredibly efficient in the preseason. Now, you're right, at offense it doesn't matter because each team is playing different things. But if you recall how efficient and good the offense and Trevor was in their limited time. In the first half against the Dolphins, we had the ball 5 times. We scored 2 touchdowns and a field goal on 3 of those possessions, had over 200 yards of total offense in the first half against Miami. And as we sit here in week 100, it's the best half of football that we played all year. That's unreal.
Yeah.
Well, so that's why people, when they say that the fumble, maybe it just coincides, but like literally when he fumbled, it's like the chariot turned into a pumpkin.
Yeah, I don't think that was.
We had a good 30 minutes of football. We had a good 30-minute season that we won 17-7.
Yes,
and
sir.
We have thrown up all over ourselves, literally.
Come on, Tone.
For 3 months since then.
3 months, Tone.
Wow.
I mean, the positives yesterday. I thought offensively,
good game plan.
A lot
got guys
good,
open. Fair.
A lot of good young players did some really good things.
Yeah, it's almost Christmas, so it's good to see.
And I thought the offensive line. Anton did not have a great day, struggled a little bit, but the offensive line was solid, and Mac had time, and Brian Thomas Jr. is going to be a star. And, boy, Brenton Strange just continues to impress me. I mean, he has all year. He's our best blocker on the field. He's physical, he's tough, and then gets the opportunity to be the number 1 tight end, and it, had a great day yesterday.
He had an Evan Ingram-like game is what he did.
He's a really good football player, and Walker Little, since he signed, has played really good football. Really good football.
But you know what, Tone? You say a lot of young guys have good games, and they do, but then there's inconsistencies. Like 22 He had a really good game last week.
He had a tough day.
Yeah.
He had a tough day yesterday.
I mean, we ready. Okay, this guy's good. This guy, we got, let's see Brenton Strange over these next 3 games, and then we can really get a feel for maybe at least.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, I've watched Brenton Strange all year.
You're sold on him. You're sold on him.
The role that they've asked him to play every game.
Okay.
He has played at a high level.
Okay, good. Let me ask you this question about that position then, and offensively, how you use him. I think he was 11 for 73. If we catch 11 balls, I mean, can't we get 11 for 100? 11. I mean, can't we break one of the 73? I mean, it just seems like our tight end catches more 4-yard passes than anybody in the NFL. I just think we got to get him down the field a little bit or use him down the field a little bit at times. He had a 21-yarder a week ago at the beginning of the game that was nice. That's what I'm talking about. How can we never do that, Tone? And are you okay with that? Is that okay, or am I wrong?
Fine, yeah. No, I don't think you're wrong. But I think what you're saying, can we, run more stuff in the seams, more vertical?
Yeah.
And listen, this is his first game being the guy.
Right.
Overall, so let's hold judgment there.
Okay.
But I mean, I understand what you're saying, but he was very productive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very good yesterday.
And you guys rave about his blocking ability. Is that correct? You and Logs have talked a lot about that, right?
Such a good blocker.
Okay, good.
So he's a true. Where Evan Ingram is a more H-back move tight end. I mean, Brenton Strange is a every down, any situation tight end.
Okay.
You can use him like Kittle. That type of style on the line. He is athletic enough to move. He's good in the pass game. He's a dominant blocker from the tight end position. So you're not afraid to put him on a defensive end. So I mean, he's impressed me all year.
Okay.
And what I like is every time they ask him to do more because of because in this case because of injuries to Evan, he stepped up and has delivered. So he's a good football player.
Good. I will say in the context of the tight end position these days, I mean, even the good ones, Kittle's the only one that's getting you 14 yards a catch. Travis Kelce averages 8.4 catch.
Yeah.
The good tight ends are averaging about between 10.1 and 10.7 a catch, and I know 7 for 73. That's only 7 a catch. So that's even lower.
6.6.
That's even lower.
Yeah.
But it's not like the same ratios you would get from receivers.
Right.
In general, they catch more 5 to 15 yard passes than most. But
fair enough.
To your point,
Tone, what happened? Tell me the scheme where Davante Adams is running down the middle of the field and there's a linebacker chasing him. What is that?
Someone's safety, isn't it?
No, it's Tampa 2.
Okay.
So it's a cover 2, and you're asking your middle linebacker to, fill the deep middle third. So it kind of turns into 3 deep.
Okay.
With everything underneath, so Tampa.
So the 2 safeties are out wide, and then okay.
Yeah, I thought the safeties were a little too wide.
Okay.
One.
Okay.
And second is, Devin's got to get on his horse and go. I mean, he's kind of
hesitating.
It almost look well. He's he's watching his response. He knows his responsibility, and Davante Adams is going vertical from the start.
No question.
So just go, go.
Okay.
And I thought he didn't stop, but it was almost like he was expecting Davante to sit it down to sticks, and Davante just kept on running.
Okay.
And in that case, where you can't be wrong. Don't be wrong over the top. With that said, the safeties did him no favors.
Okay.
Savage and Cisco did him no favors.
So. Well, a linebacker cannot run with Davante Adams for the length of the field.
No, but you're not asking to. But you're asking him. You're asking him to run with him.
Right.
The best you can and force a great throw over the top.
And then the safety's there to help.
Come make a play. And,
he has to make the read. Okay.
And so, but it was a great throw.
Yeah.
Golly,
what about the play at the end where he caught it and went all the way down to the 1 foot line? How does he get that open? What bust is that?
He jumped in off the sidelines, is what we've determined.
Everybody was in man coverage except for whatever reason. Jari and Jones didn't run with him across the field.
And he's done that a couple times. I remember at Buffalo, guy went in motion, he went with him, and then he went back the other way and he stopped and let him go the other.
So he started to run with them and then stopped.
Tony,
I don't know what that is.
We've had. Oh, sorry, I thought you were done.
No, yeah, I'm done. Go ahead.
We've had one theory one thing we keep coming back to, and Tony, we've angled in when you're 3-11. over the course of these months, we've angled in on legitimate problem areas with this football team, from slow starts, it's the secondary, it's this, that, or the other. Buddy, at the end of the day, Tone, they've not done any better job. Our defensive one, we get no pressure on the quarterback consistently. We never collapse the pocket. Our ends do their job statistically. No one else shows up. They haven't for 7 years. It's unbelievable. We got the defensive line, all these years later, and despite all the screaming and I'm frustrated. I mean, you can be a football simpleton and see that it doesn't improve. They don't do anything to improve it. And we're not going to win football games and play winning defense until we got 8 dogs that can go in and rotate and affect the game.
Tony, where are the dogs?
We got 2 guys that affect the game. I would argue. And I know that you'll come back and tell me I looked at the film and so-and-so actually did this. We got 2 guys on that D-line that affect the game.
Tony, who let the dogs out?
So I don't think it was not Trayvon or Josh's best game. Now, they did some chips early and, trying to slow him down, but we did not. And you're right. The interior of our defense line has not impacted the quarterback all year. We just haven't got anything out of it.
Shout out to Ledbetter, second sack of the year, ties Roy Robertson-Harris for third.
Attaboy.
Yeah. So
and a nice backflip as well.
Yeah. And so we didn't impact Aaron Rodgers at all for the most part. And then we let him run, which was, I didn't understand.
45 yards for the old man.
I think it's the most yards he's had since like 2019 or 18 or something. It's crazy.
He doesn't want to run. He's like, oh, God, what am I going to do here? Oh, man.
He doesn't want to get hit or anything else. But I don't think our rush was not good yesterday. And it was not Josh's or Trayvon's best games because they have been good this year. And
They've had good years. They're 2 of the building. Look, they're 2 of the building blocks going forward. Yeah,
they're good players, really good players. But yesterday, and I thought against the left tackle, the rookie, that Josh would have a good day. And for whatever reason, maybe it was early chips. That he never got in a rhythm or comfortable. I don't know what it was, but it was not. We just didn't impact the quarterback. And if you're going to give Aaron Rodgers, I know he's 41, he's not had a great year, but if you're going to give that guy time back there in a clean pocket, he's gonna hurt you ultimately because he can. The one thing he can still do is spin it. He spins it better than anybody else, maybe in the history of the league. And but we just didn't get. I mean, it's been the story all year. You guys hit on it
for years.
The interior rush. We have not got any interior rush, and the biggest proof point of that is a guy we traded in London, 6 or 7 games ago, had the 3rd most sacks on the team. And still does in going into the 15th game of the year.
And then we could just pile on the innuendo and reality of how much effort the team has put into there, how much misplaced, really pitiful effort, just a pitiful job of identifying talent. When you look, I mean, they've invested Mondo money in the big free agent signing, who honestly, with each week becomes the biggest bust in free agent history. They've invested 2nd and 3rd and 4th round draft picks on the D-line for 3 or 4 years running, and none of the guys even breathes a stat onto the sheet Sunday after Sunday. I mean, Lacey and Abdullah, and just go down the line, bro. We're getting nothing from any of them, and you can't fix that in a day. So I don't know. Anyway, no question there, buddy.
I think like Mason Smith, again, he didn't do anything.
Could have something down the line.
Let's wait and see. He's a rookie.
And that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to bury him.
I hear you.
I don't think he played great yesterday.
Right.
But he's a young guy. He's finally getting on the field late in the season. Let's see how that develops. I mean, Jeff made a great point on the broadcast. I mean, Marcus Stroud's rookie year, none of us were jumping up and down, thought he was going to be a dominant because he didn't do much his rookie year. And then, Marcus Stroud became a pretty dang good player.
For sure.
Like, really good.
I'd keep him first-year guy completely.
Player.
Yeah.
And so, let's hold off a little bit and see. Let's give Mason some time to develop.
All right, Big Bo. Great stuff as always. You'll be on later today with Petey. You guys doing a show today, as far as you know?
Yeah, Pete and I, as far as I know, unless it's
Petey. By the way, Petey waved the white flag about Will Levis yesterday. I saw that on Twitter, so you can.
Well, yes. I mean, last week I tried to get him to admit it.
I know he wouldn't do it.
He was arguing with me on the air. And
they benched Levis yesterday, huh? Yeah. 3 interceptions did he have?
Yeah.
Oof, he's been bad.
I don't want to bury. I actually don't really care.
That's it for
him. Out there helps us, but
yeah, that's it for Levis.
I don't see it.
Like some guys who some first rounders who don't make it and then they get cut. Yeah, they've still got a long history or future coming in the NFL, but they're never going to be desired as starters. And like the Gabberts and the
Sam Darnold might argue,
but no, that's not fair, Tone. He did get starter offers when he left his first job. I mean, some guys don't even get that next job starter offer. They don't get the opportunity.
Sure.
I don't think Levis leaves and becomes like, for as much as they hate Trevor Lawrence around here at times, if Trevor left, he'd be starting somewhere next year.
Oh yeah,
you could probably find 15 places. Right?
Whoa. Like, why would he? Like, Trevor's not going anywhere.
No. I don't. I'm just talking about our own struggles at quarterback. He's not going anywhere, but our quarterback position produced really, really terrible numbers this year for a variety of reasons. So that's the only reason. Anyway,
yeah. It's interesting. I mean, Sam Darnold's on what is fourth or fifth team?
Yeah.
Fourth team.
And now all of a sudden, Minnesota's going to have.
And by the way, would have never played this year. I mean, it's just a stroke of luck that he even did this.
Right.
And now it'll be interesting to see what Minnesota does at the end of the year.
Right.
Because they got
sign him or
yeah.
All right, my brother.
Who knows what's going on with his knee? So yeah,
all right,
we'll see. It's going to be an interesting off season, and we got 3 more though. We got to go to Vegas, and
I need you to lead us home, Tone. Lead us home over these last 3.
Hopefully, we can get a win.
All right, my man.
Thanks, buddy.
Have a good week. Safe travels.
This is the drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Good drives bring more points. Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville brings you the drive of the game.
Great job
on 1010XL. Drive to the game in luxury with Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.
Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Garber Auto Mall is home of the lifetime warranty. Every new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevy, Buick, GMC, and Ford comes with a lifetime warranty. At Garber Auto Mall, your purchase is covered for life. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there's always a little room for wiggle.
Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Hey, I can hear from my friends at Beaches Dermatology. Yeah, I went out to Beaches Dermatology last week. Sure I did, and they took great care of me, as they always do. What a staff. What a bunch of wonderful folks out there. And checked out a couple things on my skin and got them frozen off, and off I go. And I appreciate them very much. And listen, they want to remind you, always protect that skin, man. Protect that skin even at this time of the year. If you're out and it's sunny out, man, put that hat on. Put that long sleeve dry fit on. Put on that sunscreen, man. And if something does pop up, man, make an appointment. Real easy online at beachesdermatology.com. That's beachesdermatology.com. They got a new Fernandina location coming soon. Don't forget Drs. Boudreaux, Dr. Metz, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery, and the great staff. We appreciate all of them. I endorse them highly. And give them a call, beachesdermatology.com.
Open enrollment is here, so it's time to secure health coverage for your family. Whether you need Affordable Care Act plans, dental, or Medicare, visit one of the Florida Blue pop-up enrollment tents near you. They make the process easy and stress-free, with medical and dental insurance you can count on. Plus, listen to this. Based on eligibility, many people pay absolutely nothing for coverage. Find a pop-up tent in the Rose parking lot on Beach Boulevard near Southside, and at Night of Wonders at the Orange Park Mall. Here's a reminder for Florida Blue members. You can access Sanitas Medical Center with 3 locations around town offering primary care, walk-in services, an on-site pharmacy, and mental health support. 3 Sanitas Medical Centers and 2 convenient Florida Blue pop-up enrollment sites combined for a winning team in Northeast Florida insurance coverage.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Fellas, what's good? It's your boy E.T. here. And during the holidays, we all can feel the stress of everything going on. And sometimes that can lead to some underperforming in the bedroom, if you know what I'm saying. Well, let me make things a little easier for you. I'm going to hook you up with some Blue Chew. They're chewable tablets with the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and Staxin. And doctors help you find the prescription for your strength. You don't even got to go to the doctor's office or the pharmacy. You can get Blue Chew all online. They mail it to you all in a discreet package. Their licensed medical providers work with you to find the right strengths for your prescription. And guess what? It's chewable too. Just visit BlueChew.com and turn that holiday stress into some holiday cheer. That's right. Just head over to BlueChew.com.
Hey folks, Dave Binion with Zero Res. I asked my wife what she wants for Christmas, and she said the same thing she does every year. She wants a clean home full of family and friends. That means the carpets, the tile and grout, the large oriental rug in our family room, and the huge sectional sofa that everyone loves to hang out on all need a good Zero Res cleaning. Give Zero Res a call and get your carpets cleaned for only $49 a room, and get your tile and grout cleaned for 25% off. Zero Res spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Fear the Spear.
Plant your spear and get the latest news and notes from Tallahassee.
It's all about Tomahawk Nation on the Seminole Report. Brought to you by your local Ag Pro, your home team on 1010XL.
Prosser here for Lifetime Flooring. You've heard us rave about Lifetime Enclosures. Now let's talk about Lifetime Flooring. I can tell you firsthand, the product, services, best in Jacksonville. As you know, updating your floors is one of the most dramatic changes you can make to your home. Call the experts at Lifetime Flooring now and ask about their buy one room, get one room free promotion through Christmas. 0% financing, available to meet any budget. Visit their beautiful showroom just off Phillips Highway. And as always, tell them Prosser sent you.
One wrong click on a phishing email can cost your business everything. Data loss, lawsuits, and shattered trust. DoubleCheck Cybersecurity offers AI-powered solutions to stop threats before they happen. Visit doublecheck.com today.
Now, it's time to showcase the Crown Royal Special Teams Player of the Game. Live generously and life will treat you royally.
Cam Little was gigantic for the Teal and Black on Sunday. The rookie kicker went a perfect 4 for 4 on his field goal attempts and was without blemish on his extra point tries. The former Arkansas Razorback has been razor sharp this season and is your Crown Royal Special Teams Player of the Game.
It's a sale so big, Santa wants to get in on it.
It's Beard's Diamonds' incredible 44th anniversary sale, held over till Christmas Eve. Everything store-wide is on sale, up to 44% off.
Beard's Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center or beardsdiamonds.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The Jags couldn't pull out the victory over the New York Jets despite the best performance from quarterback Mac Jones in a Jaguar uniform. Head coach Doug Peterson says a Hall of Fame QB is a difference maker.
Aaron's a great quarterback. You know, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. They made plays that we didn't make, and that part's unfortunate.
The Jag head coach remarked on the performance of his backup QB.
Played well. You know, Matt gets more comfortable with the things we're doing and what he likes, and it was a good performance.
Wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr. broke 2 Jag rookie records and shared his emotions on his accomplishment.
It was just super exciting for me. It was a great moment, but at the end of the day, still just wanted it'll be better if I got the win.
That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. Yeah. All right, we got some sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. We call it the 10-minute drill. After the drill, you like to hand out what we call a prize pack that you referred to as a razzle dazzle. What are you handing out today, Fred?
Oh, man, I got a prize pack for the ages. I got a toffee gift box from Rethreaded.
Okay.
$50 gift card to Beaches Dermatology. Plus a candle prize pack from Wick, a candle bar. This is all part of the holiday gift guide. Make sure you head over to 1010XL.com for more gift ideas. But also, everybody, whoever wins will be entered for a chance to win a $1,000 gift card to Beers Diamond. So, yeah, make sure to hit me up at the end of the 10-minute drill.
I have a procedural question for you.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been to a wedding, and it's got like 24 tables, and then they send you up to the buffet by what table you're at? Mm-hmm. Okay, it's time for 24. Is that how the transfer portal works? And is Florida at the group of tables that gets called last up to the buffet? Is Billy Napier aware that the portal has opened? Are we actually hosting and interviewing said players from portal? Or are we just going to take a pass here on this ever-important first 6 or 8 days of it percolating?
Well, just
you got something for me? What do you got for me? Huh? What do you got? Huh?
We'll see.
You got
what
something
happens.
for me? Who are they shooting at? Give me something that's going to go, okay. Yes, sir. The biggest news for Florida has been the guys that go into the portal, and then one came back out. That Damian George, who, by the way, has really improved in his time in Gainesville. He was a liability those first few games, remember?
Yeah.
He's gotten better. He's part of an offensive line that was performing pretty well at season's end. Saw over the weekend where he said portal, then said never mind. Is that a deal where you go portal and they say, actually, we do have that extra $10,000 a week? Is that what happens? Golly, man. It's a mess, isn't it?
Yeah.
What a weekend coming up. What a week coming up in college football, though. I mean,
gosh,
man, I'm looking forward to the Gators game on Friday. I think it's important that Florida plays well, and I think they'll make an effort to. Don't you? Doesn't it feel like this isn't a throwaway game? They're excited. They wish the season weren't over. They're finally playing decent football.
Well, I think the one thing, for Florida is that the opponent is not. I mean, they lost their quarterback, so
right. But
they should be able to name the score in that one. They should it should be a fun time. It should be a good day, And I'm hoping. What my biggest hope is that Lagway's able to put on a show and that he's healthy. I like to see him healthy and see him slinging the ball around and the boys going out and the guys who, the seniors who come back and play the game that they don't need to have a big day. I'd like to see the kid Badger have a nice day and things like that. But yeah, I look forward to it. But that's like an appetizer. That's like just a tasty, nachos and picante. I'll just have the nachos and picante, and then I'm going to dive into like the meals that are just.
Oh man, it's Friday, Saturday is just going to be so awesome.
Yeah, then we'll get hit with Sunday, but we'll worry about that later. Yeah, Friday, Saturday,
even Sunday, you'll enjoy the NFL, even if your team at Vegas will be up against it. We'll see. I tell you where I am. I know he won the Heisman this weekend, and this could be probably a split fan base. Desire, whatever selection. I want Travis Hunter so bad. I haven't wanted a guy like more than wanting Trevor.
Well, we need a corner, so
I want him. I want him so bad. I want him so much more than another corner at the 8 pick, a good one, and Will Johnson. I want him so much more than obviously any of the quarterbacks who thankfully looks like we're going to go in the first couple or three. I want him so much more than some big-footed offensive tackle. I want Travis Hunter.
Did you guys watch the game last night? The Packers?
I did. Well, I watched most of it.
E, did you have that game on?
Nah.
I saw something last night that I have never seen in my life.
By the way, look up Mike Holmgren, please, last night. Just Google it and then continue, though.
Okay.
You know who I thought it was when he did the open for Sunday Night Football. He's talking about the Seahawks and the Packers because he's a big part. I thought he was the guy who looks like Andy Reid, who's in the stands at Kansas City games. Who's unrecognizable. Okay. His head's bald. His face is a lot bigger, and he's just got the one mustache. And I would not have been able to identify him as Mike Holmgren if I didn't figure out through what he was saying that it was him. In fact, there's part of me saying, why is the Andy Reid lookalike doing the open here on Sunday Night Football?
Okay.
Not seeing him from last night. All right, continue.
No, I'm getting there.
I got you.
I've got some rocks. I've got a fire. I've got a little reindeer and a snowman. I've got some. There he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you have known it was him right away?
Yeah.
You would have. See, I didn't. It looked.
He has gotten a little bit older.
It looks different.
Is he the one who stole TC's Hall of Fame spot? Where he's the one who just got nominated?
Yeah, I guess so. Not sure why he was better than TC, but
whatever about it. But anyway, I've never seen this before, and this just tells me the power of the pack. I'm watching the game. This is Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington, home of the 12th man, and I heard this louder than I've ever heard it. Yeah. Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go. I was like, Dad, go. There were some cheeseheads who went out to Seattle for that game. That is a powerful fan base, man.
Yeah, that and Buffalo. Those two,
so I mean,
others.
Yeah,
a lot of
Steelers, but you can say what you want about, fans coming here. When they invade,
they go everywhere.
Lumen, they go everywhere. That's my point. We know they go to LA.
And that's a good
We
Seattle.
know they go to Vegas. But when they go to Seattle and it's a good Seattle team.
Shout out to Jet Nation completely taking a pass from the Jag Stadium, though. That was nice. It seemed like we had fewer of the opponent than any game we've had.
I saw a Chad Pennington jersey yesterday.
That's nice.
My highlight, Chad Pennington.
That's probably still the best quarterback they've had in 20 years.
I've got to make a declaration here.
Oh, a proclamation, you used to call it.
Yeah, one or the other. I don't know.
Okay.
But it's a Decla Procla, and I hate to do it.
Oh.
But
you're going to anyway?
I have to.
Okay.
I'm really worried. Sometimes, man, I always tell you, like, when it comes to the Heisman Trophy, don't be the leader in September. It's kind of like that in the NFL a little bit, man, and I'm really worried about the Detroit Lions now.
I see you guys are so
really
funny.
Worried.
You damn near ridiculed me and made fun of me and picked a fight with me.
So.
1 week ago it was a week and a half.
It wasn't a week ago.
It was before and since then, your Lions threw up all over themselves against Green Bay. We're lucky to win.
It's injuries, bro. You know that. They got 13. Okay. They got 13 guys on injured reserve on the defense, and they lost 3 more yesterday, including Lee McNeil, who's their best defensive lineman left.
Yeah, their defense is playing.
They have nobody on defense,
I will say this. I will also echo a concern about one of my teams that I like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, it seems a curious argument to be really standing up for Buffalo and how good they are when in back-to-back weeks they've given up 40-plus.
That's funny. Did you watch that game yesterday?
Yes, I watched every single second of it.
Didn't you feel like I felt like the Buffalo defense played pretty well, and they still scored 42?
I didn't feel like they felt well, but I did feel like they always had that 3-score lead, so it didn't really matter. They felt like meaningless, just let them chew up clock and go downfield. So, but no, a lot of big plays were made by Detroit for me to think the Buffalo's defense played well. But I did watch. I didn't do red zone, and I watched that game.
Mm-hmm.
The whole game. I wasn't flipping it around very much.
Mm-hmm.
But I would challenge this. I would challenge you to find me a Super Bowl champion that during their Super Bowl season gave up 40 in back-to-back weeks. I'm guessing that's never happened. And I would suggest that if your defense can give up 40 in back-to-back weeks, you can't win the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, Buffalo Tom. It's impressive as this year is, as ascending as James Cook is, as dominant as the MVP to be Josh Allen is.
Josh Allen is fantastic.
I would suggest that if your defense can give up 40 points in back-to-back weeks, you can't win the Super Bowl. Because what will happen is you'll run into somebody that'll stop you, like the Ravens did earlier this year, or like the Chiefs have done in the past. And then that defense that can give up 40-plus back-to-back weeks. And by the way, I'll remind you, gave up 44 to a Rams team that turned around and scored 12 the next game.
Mm-hmm. I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I thought the Bills' defense yesterday showed me a little something when they stopped them early and let Josh Allen do his thing and build up that lead. But I think Detroit's so good that they're going to lose a playoff game like that with Dunderhead Dan leading the way when he decides when he decides onside kick with 10 minutes to go.
Can I say something that I am totally tired of? I don't know if we do a pest of the day anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick of scoregami. Stop telling me what seems like a normal score is a scoregami. Like, can you believe yesterday's 48-42 was scoregami?
Scoregami.
We've never had a 48-42 game in NFL history.
Scoregami.
Seems like every week they're telling me that some score is unique. I mean, did I miss something? How many numbers are there in the world?
Mm-hmm.
We have got to be out of scoregamis, don't we?
Right.
Every week, these ridiculous scoregami. 48-42. Never happened in NFL history.
Never happened.
Surprising.
All right.
Gentlemen, y'all know Kalen Walker is?
Kalen Walker?
Yeah, Kalen Walker.
I know that name.
I know Jalen Walker.
Nah.
Okay.
Kalen Walker, young stud out of Iowa.
Another white corner?
He ran a 4.1540.
No, he didn't. 4.15?
4.1540.
Where's that at? For what?
In Iowa.
He's our nickel. He's our nickel in the Mendenhall Bowl.
Does he play for them?
No, he looks like he's a track guy.
Is he a high school? Oh.
Track guy.
Man, I'll tell you what, man. That Children of the Corn must be real. And those boys grow up in Iowa just running for their lives from the cornfields. The fastest white boys in the world are from the cornfields of Iowa, dude. It's unbelievable.
Buddy got wheels.
All right, give out some of that razzling down.
All right, 641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. You tell them what they're going to win.
Come get you this Toffee gift box from Rethreaded, a $50 gift card to Beach's Dermatology.
Heck yeah.
Plus a candle prize pack from Wick, a candle bar. This is all part of the 1010XL Holiday Gift Guide. Make sure you hit me up right now, 904-641-1010, and every winner will be entered for a chance to win $1,000 to Beers Diamond. 904-641-1010.
Relive the best moments from the weekend's games.
That's what superstars do.
Post-game Monday. Expert analysis of Sunday's game all day. Brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all think a lot of the same way. Sometimes we let our minds wander. We add up those monthly premiums. Man, oh man, that's a lot of money. And if something happens, we need you. You best be there. And that's what the Kaproskis do. Craig and Chris Kaprosky are terrific at a lot of things. But the thing that is paramount to them is customer service. And I know this because I've dealt with them numerous times. And let me tell you how they work. All right? Something's happened. I need some answers. I call Craig or Chris. They answer. They get me answers that day. Okay, if they don't answer, they call me right back. Okay, that's customer service for you. And listen, whether it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat insurance, small business, Kaproskis will be there for you at your time of need. Get an insurance checkup today. Craig.Kaprosky at goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprosky, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at goosehead.com. Or call them, 478-8422, 478-8422. Craig and Chris Kaprosky, part of the Goosehead Insurance family, part of our family as well.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey, Jacksonville Koozies, it's me, Soccer Sam, for Salvatore's Pizza. Rochester, New York's favorite pizza is now open in Jacksonville, Florida, Tapestry Park at the Loft Hotel Plaza. Daily $10 deals, dine in with beer and wine, and delivery at salvatores.com. The famous Formoso family brings Salvatore's Pizza, Rochester's favorite pizza, including our 32-piece sheet pizza for your next event. Go with me, baby. Salvatores.com.
He was a favorite on the field.
Cardiac cast, thank you, baby.
And he's back on 1010XL. Former Jaguars QB David Garrard joins Jaguars Today to talk Jags.
Mondays on 1010XL.
Brought to you by WaterboyJax.com.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. It's never fun to have a septic issue on Christmas Day. So go ahead and call Duck Duck Rooter and have your septic tank pumped out today.
904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
This season, check out our revamped website at southernsteerbutcher.com. Click on the promotions tab and our Jacksonville weekly grilling specials will hit you in the face like a hot route over the middle.
For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
Hi, folks. I'm Frank Frangie for Ricketts Electric. Now, any good lineup needs power. When I needed a power connection for our new walk-off Charities baseball park, I found the perfect partner in Ricketts Electric. You're going to love these guys, I'm telling you. The Ricketts family has been providing commercial and residential electric service for years. So call my buddy Zach Ricketts today at 904-320-5960, and you can find them on Facebook as well. You will trust them. That's Ricketts Electric, the city's best power connection. Call them today at 320-5960.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business.
Window World,
simply the best for less.
And thank you for your business.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Kuhn Flowers. When Florida faces Tulane in the Gasparilla Bowl in Tampa on Friday, look for most of the players to suit up, says head coach Billy Napier.
In general, here we don't anticipate a lot of players not playing in the game. We'll be ready to go.
Florida men's basketball will play North Carolina tomorrow evening. Head coach Todd Golden looks for the Gators to continue the winning formula for the streak to continue.
You know, our team has good chemistry. We have to continue it, though. You know, it's been good through 10. We got to make sure it's good on Tuesday night as well.
On Saturday night, an overtime goal lifted the Icemen to a 3-2 victory over the Florida Everblades at home. The team will hit the road for 3 games this week at Orlando, Greenville, and Atlanta. The Icemen are back at home on December 27th against South Carolina. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 8:09 and it's 59 degrees. Your time and your tip is brought to you by Bueller Air Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Show 10XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, I got something fun here.
I like fun. I love fun, and we didn't have fun yesterday, although it was an entertaining game. The Jags are 3-11. They're back up to 3rd or 4th in the draft thing. So we got that going for us.
Yeah.
Might not get Travis Hunter, but we can get Will Johnson from Michigan. He's a good corner.
Yes, he is. Well, we'll have the Monday morning running back, right? We're on schedule with Fred today, so we can ask him about Travis Hunter. I believe they talked to him last week before Travis won the Heisman Trophy this weekend. So certainly he'll be among those prospects.
By the way, real quick,
yeah,
I did a quickie poll.
Okay.
I kind of felt like this was how it would be. But I just wanted to prove a point to myself.
A quickie poll. You didn't announce the quickie poll. You just...
There's a quickie poll, but it's 49 minutes left. It's a bonus Dreamfinders Homes quickie poll. Who would you have voted for the Heisman Trophy, Genty or Hunter? Right now, 50-50.
Yeah, that's believable.
Yeah. So that's how close it was.
I really thought I probably would have been one of those that mine would have been more of an acknowledgement vote for Genty because I knew that Hunter was going to win. I didn't think Genty had a chance to winning. I would have been part of the whole Charles Woodson, Peyton Manning had he actually won. I would have voted for Genty, but I really think that what Travis Hunter did playing both sides of the football, like every play, every game, for a team, let's not forget, before Deion got there, was a 2-10 football program, and in just 2 years, they're an 8-win bowl team. Awful good.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to the jackass on Twitter who called me a hack for voting for Travis Hunter, and I was like, man, if that upsets you so much,
For Travis Hunter, I thought you voted for Genty.
I did.
Oh,
that's why I'm calling him a jackass. and he how
could you be a jackass for voting for either one of them?
Is it right? It says, "Hey Dan, great job voting for Travis Hunter, you hack." He isn't even top 5 in. Travis Hunter. I said, by the way, why do you think I voted for Travis Hunter, who, by the way, is a worthy winner? I said, grow up and don't be a jackass. That's just dumb. So
I get some pop quiz music, please?
Oh, yes, sir.
PT.
Give me a PQ. Give me a PQ right now.
All right, I'm going to take 2 guys out because I don't consider them to be active football players right now.
Okay, 2 are out.
So Latavius Murray and Melvin Gordon.
No, we're going to the association, I think.
They gone.
Okay.
No, Latavius Murray's a running back. And Melvin Gordon.
Running back.
These are running backs.
Okay, I'm still in the NFL. All right, good.
I need to know the top 10 active NFL players in rushing touchdowns.
Top 10 active Derrick Henry.
Yeah, Derrick Henry is number 8 all time with 103, and has John Riggins and Jim Brown in his sights to move to number 6 by season's end. But yeah, Henry is number 1 active players, 103 rushing scores.
What about Kamara?
Yeah, I was going to say him next, man. He's had a couple of 5 or 6 touchdown games.
Kamara is T4. He has 60 rushing touchdowns.
All right, timeout.
Okay.
What's the question? Top 10?
Rushing touchdowns. There's nothing tricky about it.
About your boy CMC, Dan. Although he hasn't done much this year.
Well, he had a bunch of times, but
he got a lot of receiving touchdowns too, though.
What about? Yeah, okay, I go with CMC. CMC.
No, he's ninth. Yeah.
Okay.
Again, taking those 2 out, Gordon and Murray.
Okay, what about here's where this is why he said nothing tricky, but I think it is a little tricky because I think Josh Allen scores a boatload of touchdowns.
Well, he's the reason for the quiz, but it wasn't meant to be tricky. It's just, quarterback. He's not the only quarterback.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anyway, Josh Allen was 64 rushing touchdowns. Okay, we can stop. I can tell you Joe Mixon also has 60, and Josh Jacobs 58.
Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Connor and Jacobs both have 58. Jalen Hurts has 55, so not too far behind the Josh Allen pace. I want you to be honest and conservative.
Okay.
How many rushing touchdowns will Josh Allen get in the next 5 years? Honest.
The Bills quarterback?
Yeah. Honest, conservative answer. What will he average rushing touchdowns the next 5 years?
Honest, conservative, 40 to 50.
Yeah, 50, 10 minimum, dude.
Yeah.
The game's changed now. If they get inside the 2, they just push him in.
Well, he's a great option down there.
He's going to score 15, 16, 18 rushing touchdowns the next 2 or 3 years, I believe.
Okay.
If he scores 50 rushing touchdowns.
Okay. How many does he have right now?
64.
Okay. He would be what?
He'll be 5th all time in rushing touchdowns at the end of his career and by the way, that's just the next 5. Listen, anything can happen. People can get injured. Josh Allen is still a relatively young man. Is he even 30 yet? Right at 30 probably?
He's such a good
player. How many more rushing don't you feel like how many more rushing touchdowns will he get in his career?
28.
Total?
No, he's 28 years old.
Only 28? How many more rushing touchdowns will Josh Allen get? I would suggest he'll get twice as many as he has now. He'll double what he has now because he's going to play another 12 years. He doesn't have to have the same pace. Right now, he's on pace for about 9.5 a year.
Mm-hmm.
And that includes last year going double digits, and this year going to go is already double digits again.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess what I'm saying is somehow, amazingly, Josh Allen, by the time he's done, to just kind of pound home the change in quarterbacking in the NFL, where the dual threat has become as valuable as the 6'6" drop back passer.
Well, one of the, look, it's really tough to score in the red zone. The field shrinks. The athletes are so good.
Yeah, take an unblocked
and
guy.
And when you have a running quarterback like Josh Allen who can power over you or outrun you at 6'5" and 250 pounds or whatever he is, he's a monster. That is really an extra
what
benefit.
An unbelievable player. He's just unreal. And by the way, don't forget that there are many who forecast to be a kind of a rebuild, reload year for the Bills.
Oh, yeah.
There were many. They were not the overwhelming pick to win the AFC
East. You can go look it up.
As many people had the Dolphins and Jets, maybe combined. As many people thought they would be division winners as thought the Bills would.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude, Josh Allen, has put that team on his back and he is maybe right now, and we go through these phases. It's not the first we've said it about. He won't be the last, but right now he looks like he's damn near unstoppable, which is hard to say in a professional sports league.
He looks
like
unstoppable yesterday.
Ohtani looks unstoppable at times, right? Basketball players, certain of them, look unstoppable. I mean, Josh Allen, what do you do? How do you stop him?
Yeah.
He's in the plays now that he's suddenly making. He did this twice yesterday. He rolled out to the right. He jitterbugged along the sideline and then suddenly just kind of flung it way back across the field to a guy it was like an ultimate Frisbee play. The guy is shooting towards him across the field. He did it twice.
Yeah, it was super.
Once it was almost a touchdown. He's just playing unbelievable football. I feel like if the MVP vote was today, he should be the unanimous MVP.
Well, he would win it.
And by the way, he's doing it in an unbelievably good year.
Yeah.
It's like the same as the Heisman. There's a lot of years where we're trying to figure out the Heisman based on which of these two undefeated quarterbacks is the 46-5 better than the 41-3.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, two guys, the Heisman was refreshing because it weren't positions that typically go win.
You know who looked good for the Jags yesterday? ETN. He ran the ball hard yesterday.
He did run better.
It's been a while.
I got to think he's probably healthier, no?
I don't know. We need that. And the offensive line, I thought, blocked well, and they ran the ball well. They've been averaging like 70 yards a game. They ran for like 130 yesterday. So anyway, we criticized a lot. They finally got into a sort of a two-back rotation. Dearness Johnson's been inactive last 3 games, so it's kind of ETN or Bigsby. And, Bigsby's up to 644 yards. He's got 3 games left. He could, if he had a big game now, I don't know that he'll do it, but 744, I mean, he could get to 900 if he had a, big finish. But anyway, we'll see. Brian Thomas Jr., the story yesterday offensively. He's got 64 catches. The tight ends have combined now for 81 catches, 47 from Evan Ingram and 34 from Brenton Strange. But other than that, we kept running out the kid, the guy, Josh Reynolds, yesterday. I never saw him get a ball. So it is what it is. But they've have to use Devin Duvernay and Parker Washington a little bit. Parker Washington had 3 catches yesterday. He's got 21 on the year. Nothing special from him. And you can make an argument that the Jags, quite frankly, could use another receiver next year. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Even if Christian Kirk comes back, I wouldn't mind having another receiver.
And I think you do bring – you can't just – I tell you who – and I don't know what the contract situation is, but Evan Ingram better be careful.
Now, I would think –
He's been very unreliable from an injury standpoint, and it's just that Brenton Strange looks like he can do everything that Ingram does.
And they don't use 2 tight ends, and again, we may have new coaches, but and new GMs making these decisions, but I would wonder – I would make the guess that either Kirk or Ingram would be gone after this year. That would be my guess.
I think that's a smart guess. I would hope that Gabe Davis would be gone.
Well,
I would. I don't want receiver rotation time taken up with these ill-advised free agent signings by a guy who made it demonstrably worse one year to the next.
Yeah.
That's why we need a clean sweep. So somebody else can come in and get rid of this riffraff that Balco will be hell-bent and determined to prove to us was good.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Right? I feel like he gets that same argument with his own staff.
Well, let's grab a break. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The game where every yard counts. One player's performance stands out.
That's what you want from a leader.
Universal Roofing Contracting presents the Offensive Player of the Game.
Touchdown, what a throw.
On 1010XL.
Looking for a new vehicle? Take a look at Jenkins Hyundai of Jacksonville. Now's the time to save big. Choose from more than 250 new and over 1,000 used and certified pre-owned vehicles on the lot, or shop anytime at JenkinsHyundaiofJacksonville.com. Hyundai has one of the top warranties in the business. Lifetime, powertrain, and 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty, plus 3 years free maintenance on a new vehicle. Give them the chance to earn your business today on Atlantic Boulevard or at JenkinsHyundaiofJacksonville.com.
Hicken here with a message from our friends at Zero Res who love this time of the year like you do. We reflect on things that matter most in December, right? Our families, our homes, the holidays, maybe a little football, right? They're grateful for all of you, so Zero Res wants to take care of the good people of Jacksonville. They clean your home, the carpets, the tile and grout, the Oriental rugs. Right now, they'll clean your home. They'll take $49 a room for your carpets, 25% off your tile and grout. And the Oriental rugs, with our certified master rug cleaner, Gerard, they'll take great care of you. 25% off the Oriental rugs, and they treat them with tender love and care. Zero Res, man, you spell it forward. Zero Res, you spell it backwards. Zero Res, it's the right way to clean.
My name's Jim. I'm 53 years old. There should be options in life, like ways to lose weight. Medications now feel like the only option. I mean, it sounds like a guarantee. I do have friends who have lost weight with them. I tried holding off. I did other diets, but I was miserable. I'd rather be fat and happy. The problem was I wasn't happy fat. I was about to start the meds, but then I heard of Awaken 180's GLP-1 program. Turned out it does the same thing as the meds without injecting myself for life. It absolutely worked. I dropped 45 pounds. I'm now in maintenance, and I feel better than my friends who are still on the meds. Listen, I barely know what GLP-1 is. What I do know is Awaken 180 worked for me, and I was far from miserable doing it.
Thanks, Jim. You all know our success with Awaken 180, and now with Awaken 180's GLP-1 Balance, you address the root causes of weight issues. Do it naturally, then keep it off. Awaken180weightloss.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Injured in an accident? Have mounting medical bills? Can't work? Don't worry. Zach's got your back. I'm Zach Von Rowan of Von Rowan Law. I will fight for the compensation that you deserve. Set up your free consultation at zachsgotyourback.com.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beechurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beechurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do, and plumbing is what we're great at. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
If you're buying gifts for family and friends, check out the 1010XL Holiday Gift Guide with ideas from
St. Nicholas Gun and Range,
FOCO, Fans Only,
and the spa at Marriott Sawgrass.
Start shopping and saving at 1010XL.com.
Huddle up at Hurricane Grill and Wings, where every day is game day. Dig into fan-favorite dishes and new shareables, including carne asada loaded fries, hot honey wings, and boom boom sliders. Try new cocktails like the spicy Guavarita and the Red Bullarita, or enjoy bucket specials featuring Miller Lite, Modelo Especial, and High Noon during all pro and college football games. Don't miss out. Grab your friends and family and swing by Hurricane Grill and Wings and see what everyone's cheering about. HurricaneWings.com.
This is Walker Little of your Jacksonville Jaguars for Kingfish Pest Control. I've been a Kingfish customer for a while now and can confirm that their service is incredible. Not only do they protect my family from pests, Kingfish's office staff is the friendliest around. They even email me a photo of the tech before arriving at my home. Kingfish Pest Control is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Be sure to enter their Swat That Kick sweepstakes for free pest control for 3 years. Go to kingfishpest.com and tell them Walker Little sent you.
Jeff Lagerman here. Now that football season is here, make sure your ride can get to that tailgate or away game safely and dependably. You can trust the ASC certified professionals at any of the 27 independently owned Napa Auto Care Centers and the quality Napa parts they use. Napa Auto Care Centers can handle everything: oil changes, air conditioning, brakes, engines, transmissions, and more. Napa Auto Care offers a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile peace-of-mind warranty on most repairs. Find a Napa Auto Care Center near you. JacksNapaAutoCareGroup.com.
This is Hayes Carline for Skylife Elite. Explore the exclusive benefits of aircraft ownership. Partner with Northeast Florida's Elite Air Charter to unlock new revenue opportunities by putting your aircraft on charter, reducing your operating costs while enjoying full-service management and exclusive perks. Whether you're a current owner or considering ownership, Skylife Elite provides a seamless, personalized experience that lets your investment soar. Call Skylife Elite at 904-403-2878 to discover more about this rewarding opportunity.
Need a piece of jewelry that won't break your wallet? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has tons of reconditioned jewelry, always inspected by their jeweler. Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacks Beach. Online at beachesjewelryandpawn.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it. Now, Dan and Jeff hand it off to our halfback.
Fred Taylor, every time he touches it, he's a candidate to go the distance.
Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins DUI defense firm and Monahan Jewelers on 1010XL.
All right, let's talk some Jags ball with our friend Fred Taylor. Hanging out with Freddie T here right now. Get some insight and some questions. The Jags lose at least an entertaining game to the Jets, 32-25. Got to watch Aaron Rodgers at the bank. Fred, how you doing, first off?
I'm good. Good morning.
Good morning. I thought Etienne ran the ball better. I thought he had one of his best games in quite some time. Offense was better, and maybe it was because they were able to run the ball. They had been stymied the last few weeks. Yesterday, they were running at 5 yards a pop, I thought.
Yeah, I thought they could have ran it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the difference in what we've seen this game and a few other games is they came out fast. They were able to go down in a 13-play drive, take 6 minutes off the clock, and score a touchdown. You know, they didn't come away with a field goal. We've seen that a few times. But for the first time this year, they were able to go down, punch it in, and score a touchdown. And I'm like, okay, maybe we got something here. It seems at moments they went away from the run a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I think overall they had a really good game plan to start. Defense played well for a half, you know, limiting the Jets to just a couple plays. I think they only had like 15 plays or so going into the half.
Mm-hmm.
So defense played great. Offensive third down conversions were amazing. Defense third downs against were 25%, so they were great. Just those big plays to Adams right there in the fourth quarter is what broke their back.
Yeah. You bring up a good point, by the way. It's the first time in 18 games or 17 or 18 games the Jags scored a touchdown on their opening drive. It's been a long time. So, and starting fast is an important part of the process. You mentioned the explosive plays, and I think the Jets, if you call, quote, explosive plays 20 yards or more, I think the Jets had 7 of them, and Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers turned back the clock, and boy, they looked good yesterday. That catch on the sideline was as good a catch as you'll see all year in the NFL.
Yeah, that was an amazing catch. You certainly want to give those guys credit for coming out, making plays. That's what you look for your team to do in similar fashion. You know, I just don't like it when it's against my guy.
Right.
You know, when you have perennial all-pro players and you have first-ballot Hall of Famer and you have them against the wire, and then a few plays, you save them. You let them off the hook.
Yep.
But then again, that's what, you know, I talk about the run game. You can have me stuck at 10 carries for 10 yards, and then, boom, I have a 90-yarder. I have 100 yards on 11 carries and a 9.9 average. And that's just how it goes. You're patient. You go. You're methodical. And then, boom, you hit them. You wait for them to break. And unfortunately, it was on the wrong side of the ball yesterday because the defense had played pretty outstanding, even the way they started the game. There's a 3-and-out. Then they had a lapse in special teams unit with the fake punt. 3 plays later, the Jets go down and they score with Garrett Wilson. Beautiful throw and catch by A-Rod to Garrett. But again, you still got to be ready. That team has nothing to lose. They're going to come out and gimmicky. They were going for it again on another fourth down, which in a different situation or circumstance, I don't believe they do that. But because their record is what it is, they're trying things. They're trying to rally the troops, get the guys to perform better. And they stepped up to the plate, and now they're back home in New York with the win.
We've had plenty to focus in on that's gone wrong with this season. But, man, one thing that certainly has gone right, and that's been the play of the first-round draft pick. It just gets better and better. Fred, I was glad to see him force-feed him, right? We're down the stretch. Target him 10, 15 times. Let him pile up some numbers. Let him eat, right? And look, we're losing sight of one thing here, Fred. I know it's easier than it used to be. It used to be when you drafted a receiver, you almost expected it to take a couple, 3 years to pick up the NFL speed. Receivers come in now as rookies, and they can flash a lot quicker. But it's still not easy. And so for what he's doing through two different quarterbacks, through an offense that's been sketch in a rookie year, I mean, just what is the ceiling for this guy, Fred? You've played with the greats.
Yeah, his ceiling seems tremendously high. We have been calling for him to get more opportunities, force feed and throw the deep ball, manufacture a few plays, give him an opportunity. They turn into 50-50 balls. You get a pass interference to catch or just an incompletion. Potentially a turnover. Depends on where you throw it and how you throw it. But give him a chance. He's a big guy. He's fast. We know what he's capable of now, which is a good thing. A lot of people are calling, and I said it on postgame last night, to tank the season for draft position.
Mm-hmm.
No, forget about that.
Right.
We got pride. We want to go out there and compete each and every snap. And however the chips fall, that's how they fall. The blessing in disguise in it all, and I wouldn't even say disguise, actually, the evaluators, the front office, the scouting department, the coaching staff, no, we don't know what their future holds. They have to continue to coach as if they're going to be here another 10 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
What they can see in these young players, you got your Brian Thomas, and you see what he's bringing to the table. You have a tight end in Brenton Strange. You have this guy who's stepping up to the plate in the absence of Evan Ingram. You got Parker Washington, who looks exactly like Christian Kirk. You have a lot of veteran guys who are either banged up and you brought in that you can kind of shuffle the deck and see how you're exposed in the salary cap, and you can get younger here if you choose. These guys are making plays. They're showing that they're capable to play on this level at a very high level. So I don't say throw the season away. Continue to evaluate, put guys in position to be successful, and see how it turns out. But you have a good group of young players that you're going to have to depend on a year from now. So continue to understand that I can build an offense around a Brian Thomas. Look at what we're going to bring back in the backfield, the offensive line, et cetera, et cetera. Mac Jones even. I just love his calm demeanor. He's out there having fun. Made a rookie mistake, stepping out of bounds on 2nd and 5 from the 5.
Oh, yeah.
He stepped out and lost a few yards. But, I digress. The first interception, not too bad. It's more like a punt. It landed inside the 10. So the second one, end of the game, trying to make a play. But, Mac is a guy who's, the more he plays, he get more comfortable, get his spirits up. He can probably be a quality backup or even a starter if someone goes down. He just has to get the repetition. So I'm trying to find positive in it all.
Sure.
Yes, we want to see wins, but we also want to see potential. We want to see who we can depend on going forward, because a lot of moves are going to have to be made this offseason.
Yeah, listen, you're right. The season's over. It is what it is.
The close games say that, though. We're not that far.
Yeah, but I'll say this, too. They played hard. They weren't mailing it in.
We've seen it all year.
Yeah.
We've seen it all year. This is the 8th game, one-score game.
Yeah.
You have 7 of them by 5 or less.
Yeah.
And then you have this one right here making number 8, one score. It's a 7-point game. And NFL, it only takes one to win or lose, obviously, right?
Right.
But this team is not a team that you're showing up every Sunday getting blown out.
Right.
It's sad because the expectation level was so high the past 2 years and the pieces of the puzzles that they put together. And what makes it even worse is they've underachieved in that sense. But there's no pity parties in the NFL. You got to go out there and play. No one cares who's on your roster, whether they're all-pro, they're a third-string guy, you're playing for someone that's injured. No one cares. You got to go play. You lose by 1 or by, 50. No one cares. A loss is a loss, and you just got to find a way to get better. It's simple as that.
What do you think of Travis Hunter, both as a player? What do you forecast him to be, Fred? I know no one knows everything. I know y'all talked to the young man last week. Seems like he's a really good young man with a lot of good head on his shoulders, leader in the locker room, good student, unbelievable playmaker. I'm on board. I'm on the Travis Hunter train. I want the draft to fall where we get him. That's who I would pick even over big guys, but that's just me. What do you see his NFL future? I mean, if you had to do a best case scenario comp for the young man.
He's everything that you just mentioned, all of the above. Just a sweetheart of a young man. You don't have to worry about him being in trouble or being on Sports Center late at night doing anything crazy. He just wants to be home with his girlfriend, fiance, soon-to-be wife, just chilling, studying football. And that's what I love about Travis, just a nice old, good old, clean-cut country boy that's athletic as heck. On our show, I said, you need to learn how to say, Duval. Because we can use a receiver and a DB.
Yeah.
But we can also get a 2-for-1, which I doubt he'll play both positions on the next level. I'm just kidding on that side. But I believe he can be an all-pro cornerback more so than an all-pro receiver. But he's gifted to play both positions. And you just don't know, right? We can play the how it falls game. I would like for him to land in Jacksonville, but who knows if Jacksonville needs, a player of that caliber or if they're going to go after best available.
The answer is yes, we do need a player of that caliber. For sure. Hey, do you ever, Fred, about Travis Hunter, any concern at all, just because it's our Jaguars and we seem to have terrible luck, that, like, I know Dion's mentioned a couple times, there's some franchises we don't really want Shador and Travis playing for. I'd hate to be on that list. You know what I'm saying? Like, any chance that he pulls. Remember Eli? I'm not going to the Chargers. So I worry.
I do remember that.
Yeah, I worry about that a little bit. I would want to at least do my homework and say, listen, just so you know, if we draft you, you're good coming here, right? I mean, I got to ask him.
Yeah, you do have to. They'll do that. When they meet in Indy at the Combine, all of those questions will be asked during his visit, all of that stuff. They'll get it all sorted out. I believe Jacksonville can be a destination place for Travis Hunter. And I would like to see Travis in Jacksonville. Again, he's a humble, very confident, amazing young man, very gifted. He can play dynamic in multiple positions, as we've all witnessed. And, on the other side of Tyson Campbell, I think he would be perfect, and they will have their solid cornerback play, lockdown corners, or even, certain plays on the offense if need be. He's as fast as Brian Thomas, I got to believe. But, yeah, you just never know how it all is going to sort itself out. But I believe Travis and Dion, because I said something to Dion before we started the show, and said, hey, man, with Jacksonville, I don't know how the season's going, but if they happen to have the first pick and move back and they're sitting there at 3 or 4, Travis down in Duval will look real good. He's like, yeah, that'll look real good.
Okay,
so,
good.
But I don't know, right?
Sure.
So it all sounds good now. The draft is so far away. Who knows what's going to happen in between that time.
All right, my man. Well, great stuff as always. We appreciate catching up with you, Freddie T, and we'll talk to you next week after Vegas, baby. Vegas.
Hey, listen, and one more thing. That ABBQ, they gave me this big, crazy-sized pan. It was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I told you you'd like it out there. It's a good scene, isn't it?
Point.
Yeah.
Yep, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, good. That's a good vibe out there.
Telling them 10 out of 10.
All right, awesome.
Thank you, bud.
All right, Freddie. Talk to you next week.
Guys.
My man. There he goes. That's Fred Taylor, our Monday morning running back. Take a quick time out. It's the Monday morning quarterback overall. It's brought to you by divorcemenonly.com. Look, you're going to, science says, stats say, a lot of marriages don't end how you thought they would when you walked down the aisle. And so when you go to Splitsville, you need somebody on your side protecting the rights of men. Forgotten soldier in many of these family battles. Not with the divorcemenonly.com on your side. So it's the Monday morning quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
Even the best teams can lose steam when their best players end up on the sidelines.
In case you haven't noticed, our receiver corps is decimated.
Listen for the personal injury attorneys Farah and Farah Injury Update.
Jacksonville. It's part of the game, though,
On 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day at any time. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend. Why? Well, look, I've been going to Doc T for a long time, decades, but he decided to take a leap into a new and exciting, more personal world of concierge medicine, and you bet I'm going with him. Why? Well, sometimes you're not feeling well, you need an appointment, call your doctor, they get you in a couple weeks, right? Now with Doc T, you get in that day. Medical emergency, here's Doc T's personal phone number. He'll get right back to you 7 days a week. Look, your health is your most important attribute, man. And this is like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. As far as doctors, Townsend's the best. Navy trained, Wake Forest grad. So whether it's yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups, Doc T's got you covered. You got questions, mypvconcierge.com has all the answers. That's where you need to go to see that pricing that I'm telling you about. It's mypvconcierge.com and sign up today.
Experience the winning combination of style and performance with Renewal by Andersen, energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Right now, buy one window or patio door and get one 40% off. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. The first 50 customers get a free True Screen upgrade, but this offer expires December 31st. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Roland Reich Plumbing, there when you need them. Big or small plumbing problem, call Roland Reich Plumbing anytime at 260-7059. 260-7059, where quality and experience count.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Post-Game Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff.
One of life's most important decisions if you're 18 years or older, you just got married, just got divorced, you have children. Of course you want to take care of your family, right? That's why I'm telling you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney Matt is, but we both want to know if you've done your last will. It's something you need to do, right? Why? Because then you decide where your assets go. It also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson's your guy. He'll listen. He'll help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you the info needed so you are at ease with your choice. It's a Hinson Law Firm. You got questions? Reach out to Matty. He's got the answers. 527-1700. That's 904-527-1700. Offices, Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Go to WM.com/Duval.
When mice and rats show up in your space, they can be a real pain. You need them out fast before they have time to multiply. Terminix knows how to shut down rodents, and they'll keep them from coming back to wreak more havoc. When rodents show up, so do we. Don't live with a rodent problem. Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. TERMINIX.com.
This holiday season, send someone you love a beautiful arrangement from Kuhn Flowers. JJ here, and I know that when you order from Kuhn, you'll show them how much you care. Online at KuhnFlowers.com.
He used to cover the Jags. Now he's a CBS Sports senior NFL writer.
Well, I believe you got everybody's attention.
He's Pete Prisco. Friday afternoons on The Frangie Show. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles on 1010XL.
Open enrollment is here, so it's time to secure health coverage for your family. Whether you need Affordable Care Act plans, dental, or Medicare, contact Florida First Insurance Group on University Boulevard, an award-winning Florida Blue agency well known for providing superior service. Theo Mitchelson and his team at Florida First make the process easy and stress-free with medical and dental insurance you can count on. Plus, listen to this. Based on eligibility, many people pay absolutely nothing for coverage. Contact Theo Mitchelson and the Florida First Insurance Group today and let your health be their priority. And a reminder for Florida Blue members, visit Sanitas Medical Center with 3 locations in town offering primary care, walk-in services, and on-site pharmacy and mental health support. SANITAS Medical Center, Florida First Insurance Group, and Sanitas Medical Center, a winning team in Northeast Florida.
Tailgate special alert. 3 pounds of marinated chicken, 2 pounds of marinated steak tips, 2 pounds of fresh ground beef, and 2 pounds of homemade sausage for only $80 to feed your crew.
For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
Hey, it's Tony from Tony D's Pizza. If you love our pizza and pasta dishes, let us cater an event for you. Family function or office parties, we can deliver you an amazing Italian meal. Remember, it's not just pizza at Tony D's. Bay Meadows and $2.95.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The Jags couldn't pull out the victory over the New York Jets despite the best performance from quarterback Mac Jones in a Jaguar uniform. Head coach Doug Peterson says a Hall of Fame QB is a difference maker.
Aaron's a great quarterback. You know, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. They made plays that we didn't make, and that part's unfortunate.
The Jag head coach remarked on the performance of his backup QB.
Played well. You know, Matt gets more comfortable with the things we're doing and what he likes, and it was a good performance.
Wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr. broke 2 Jag rookie records and shared his emotions on his accomplishment.
It was just super exciting for me. It was a great moment. But at the end of the day, still just wanted it'll be better if I got the win.
That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Is this the Young and the Restless?
It is the Young and the Restless.
No, it's close though.
Is it As the World Turns?
No, I mean it's one of those.
Bold and the Beautiful.
It's one of them, but no, this is Mary J. But I'm sure it's a.
No, that is the beginning of Young and the Restless.
Yeah, here we go. I remember it.
Yeah. Play the theme to the Young and the Restless, baby. That's right.
Well, welcome back to the program. Yesterday, of course, the Jags have sucked the screaming and yelling out of us here on the drill. We got nothing left.
Get down to the end of the year.
Yeah, empty tanks here. I don't know what to tell you guys. But I did see something yesterday that was mind-boggling, quite frankly.
Oh,
at the game.
Tony once called it mind-bottling.
He did. So we were at the game yesterday in the press box. There I was, minding my own business.
Mm-hmm.
Brent Martineau to the left of me. Jeff Prosser rolls up, ready to watch football.
Mm-hmm.
Makes a proclamation about attacking the food area.
I said what I was going to do. I was going to go low carb, high protein with that first meal of just like nothing but like eggs and meat and ham.
Yeah.
So that I could properly
Did you do that part?
The diverse.
Did you come up with food or did you not even have food?
Oh, no. I ate all that.
So he had the food.
I had a big thing of those instant
and
eggs.
And then he was harumphed into anger because the ice cream machine did not seem to be working.
I was playfully saying it.
So
we got to get this done.
He came back with a cup full of candy, which he promptly chewed on during the early part of the game.
Yeah. I learned the affiliates. It's going to be a sweet tooth day.
He went back to check. Now, follow along. He's put away a cup of candy. He went back to check on the ice cream. Much to his delight, the machine was fixed.
Yes.
He came back with a full cup of vanilla chocolate mix.
Swirled.
He put that away. And
good consistency is very good.
We also were joined in the press box by a Jaguar employee. He shall remain nameless.
Yeah, longtime friend of the program and just
good
friend
dude.
of ours.
Don't know if he's supposed to be there or not.
Yeah,
so.
I don't either. So we'll just keep him under wraps. He likes to come visit with us.
He comes and visits, pays a couple minutes with us. But
I was grousing about the no ice cream.
So he comes back with a cheesecake and some sort of apple concoction that Jeff promptly knocks out the cheesecake.
Yes.
Are you with me, Are you with me?
I'm with you.
Yep.
That's a cup of candy, a cup of ice cream, and a cheesecake.
Yep. Dang. Yep.
He threw the apple thing at me. I had to try it. It was quite delicious. I did not. I ate about half of it.
Yeah, a lot of it.
And then
I wasn't done.
To top it all off, he showed back up about 10 minutes later, did Jeff Prosser, with another full cup of ice cream. Jeff.
Yeah. Hey. Where does he put it? That's what they say.
That's skinny fat at its best.
Where do they put it?
Skinny fat.
If you want to know, he had 2 full cups of ice cream. He had a cup full of candy, and he had a cheesecake.
That checks out.
Yeah. That's fact.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Well, I don't know if impressive would be the right word, but I'm not at all ashamed or embarrassed. I won't tell you what I ate once I went home.
You had more?
Oh.
Really?
Pizza. I had something sweet. What did I have? I had a big dessert of some sort. I can't remember. Maybe
you did.
Bowl of cereal?
No. I'm done with the cereal. How do I keep my figure if I was eating cereal?
Mrs. P's making cooking.
No, listen. Here's what happened, dude. I will just full disclosure. I was checking in at a hefty 210.
Mm-hmm.
This was about 2 years ago, almost exactly. Mm-hmm. And I made a conscious decision. One last go at it here. I'm going to really try and drop some weight, and I did. I dropped about 30 pounds. I dropped down to about 180, a little less. And now I'm hovering around 180. And if I get down below 180, then I'll just go absolutely smorgasbord. And you caught me in the middle of one of those runs, and I'll gain weight up to like 185.
Okay.
Which is what I tipped the scales at this morning. And now I'll spend this week just like not eating much and not doing anything. And I'll be right back down to 180. And I find that rather than be on low carb, high workout, this, that, or the other, I'm not trying to be chiseled. Just trying to have a weight that I want. And if that means I can do what I did yesterday in the press box, then more power to me.
I have a question that I need answers from. I brought it up yesterday. I'll bring it up one more time. I'm not quite sure of the answer.
Okay.
But I don't know. I love X. I love Twitter. Twitter is fun. I especially for sports and really only sports. Although sometimes some of you Googans annoy me, but nonetheless, it's usually a good back and forth. In fact, earlier in the day, I asked this question. Quickie poll, which has 7 minutes left. Who would you vote for the Heisman Trophy? Who would you have voted for, Genty or Hunter? It's 50.5 to Genty and 49.5 to Hunter. My point is on that, which I thought it was about 50-50, which I have no problem. I think both are very Heisman candidates. I voted for Genty. I had Hunter second, and I had the Army quarterback third. I wanted to do a shout-out to the service academies. Although he didn't play well, the Horvath kid was better. But the Horvath kid was in my sights as well, but he got injured midseason. Nonetheless, the question is simply this, because I read every different theory out there. What is the deal with these drones in New Jersey? And should I be worried about, War of the Worlds or anything going on here, E? What can you tell me about the drones?
Can't tell you.
Let me tell you the problem with the drones.
We got
the
East Coast. We got drones everywhere in Jersey. I want to know if this is something that should be.
Yes,
is the government searching for something?
Well, here's the problem.
What's happening?
Here's the problem, E. Okay, let me straighten this out. Unless I'm wrong, and these have
This is what happens when you're 3-11, people.
Okay,
we got to talk about the drones for just a second.
Here's the problem. Okay, the problem is this. Regardless if you're going to shoot them down this side or the other, you're telling me that in 2024, you can't send just a little smaller commercial drone up there, take a couple pictures and show us what we're dealing with. That's the scary part. The fact that they won't just take a picture and show us, okay, what is it then? For everyone to sit around and act like they don't know, how can we have these pieces of unknown surveillance equipment hanging over the U.S. and we don't do anything about it? So the government obviously knows about it. They know exactly what it is. They're probably doing it, or it would be shot down or disposed of, no? Am I missing something here? Is there any way at all that we would leave it up there unless it was ours? I think they just got busted, as they typically do, up to something no good.
Up to something no good.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. One other thing, again, so no answers at all on the drones. We really don't know, except you think they're up to something no good and you think it's ours. You don't think they're from Mars, or Jupiter, or Saturn?
No, I don't. Of course not.
And you don't think they're from another country spying on us?
I would like to think that as weak as we are as a nation that we wouldn't let another country park their drones over New Jersey. I would say that they've done some sort of research to say that that's not it. I don't understand how we accept the fact that they don't give an answer. If you lived up there, wouldn't you be ticked? If there were drones sitting over Jacksonville every night for like a month and a half?
I'd be shooting them down.
What are we doing?
I'd be shooting them down, see if there's little green men in the drones. I don't know. E, what do you think?
I don't know, man. The government going to do whatever they want.
E, does this concern you at all? Is it concerning to you about the drones in New Jersey or no? Is it because it's up there, no big deal?
No,
they're probably planes. They're probably not even drones.
Jeff says there might be planes. Okay, I'm just asking these questions. It's been going on now for quite some time, and I was curious if anybody can report on, can anybody like on one of the network shows or anyone with any kind of journalistic integrity do a story on the drones and tell me what the drones are? That's all I want. Because I read on X, I read 48 different things.
Well, here's what I don't understand. This is what annoys me. Can I go to Walmart and buy a drone, fly it up in the air, and take a picture?
Yes.
Like, I don't have to engage with this. I'm not saying we got to shoot it down. I'm not saying we have to lock on it. Can we not at least, why can't they show us, the American people, a picture of what it is? Why is that impossible? Can we not hone in from a telescope from over there at, Menlo Park? Huh?
Says right here, Joe Rogan genuinely concerned about drone sightings after new theory emerges.
But why can't we see? Why hasn't anyone zoomed in and shot a photo of the drone? How high is it? I haven't paid any attention. This thing doesn't do it for me. No. How high above the earth is it?
I don't know. No one knows.
Well, of course they know.
Nobody knows anything.
Yeah.
No, because you read 87 different theories on Twitter. You're not sure which one to follow.
Nah. They know how high up it is. We got to know something. Can we give me just some of the basic details on this story?
There's lots of drones nightly in New Jersey.
That's it. And they're just flying around, and people are seeing them, and they never noticed them before.
And they're wondering what they are.
Are they making a bunch of noise? Do they stay there all day long, like they're ever present, or they just pop in at night?
They head out there at night. They head out there at night. One other thing I wanted to mention: great year for Ichiban, but came short. They went down to Miami, and Teddy Bridgewater and Miami Northwestern took it to our boys.
That's too bad.
So no state championships from the area this year, from what I understand.
Somebody asked me, what's the difference? And here's the difference. Like, Reigns, all their top flight, athletic, can't miss, 5-star talent, and they have less than Northwestern to begin with. They're all seniors. The difference is with those programs, you'll go find, they'll have their 11 signees, and they also have like the best sophomore in the country, right? That's what happens when you get into those deep South Florida schools. It's the age of their great players. They're not all upper-class seniors. They got, some 8th grader who's going to be the number 1 recruit in 6 years.
Teddy Bridgewater did a nice job down there. His first year, just went down there and coached up, and they won a state championship. So congrats to that. Great year for Ichiban, and we'll take a break. We'll get E?
Yeah?
9 o'clock nasty.
Ooh.
I got some stuff.
Oh, I can't wait.
Did you do any research on the fiance?
No, man. I'm over her. I know enough about her.
I'm right, though, right? Will you tell people that I'm right for the culture? Does the culture understand that Old Man White
is right?
He's got a good feel for what's going on.
I got a good feel on that, man.
What did you say about the tattoo?
Oh, the money tattoo.
What does that signify?
If she got a money tattoo on her hand, man, I don't know about that one, fam.
Okay, there you go. That and more when we return.
Sometimes winning and losing comes down to one play. There's only one performance painting, high performance play of the game on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here for America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Millions of active members. It's Prize Picks. It's a simple game, man. You just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, and baby, watch the winnings roll in. And when your money hits, and it usually does, Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure, and you get it as quick as 15 minutes. I like to make Sundays fun days. But you can download, this is the lead, by the way, download the Prize Picks app. If you've not done that yet, what are you waiting for? And by the way, if you use code JAX, J-A-X, you get $50 when you play 5. That's code JAX on Prize Picks, $50, and you play just 5. You don't even need to win. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, man. Run your game.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Have you heard? Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are aiming to sell 1,000 vehicles this December. How? I've told my team to take all reasonable offers. We won't lose your business over price. With thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs on the ground, all priced to sell, we guarantee the most money for your trade and the easiest car buying experience ever. I promise we ain't leaving nothing on the table. This is the absolute last weekend. Visit Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. We're here to wow you.
Cigar smokers, All Pro Lyman Leon Cersei here for my favorite spot, Cigars International. The Cigars International Superstore is now open at the Town Center, a massive 6,200 square feet with over 600 cigar brands, a full-service bar, and indoor and outdoor lounges with flat-screen TVs. Give their old-fashioned a try. It's the best that I've ever had. Follow on social for holiday specials and events. Cigars International is now open at the Town Center.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
The Sawgrass Marriott Golf Resort and Spa is the perfect place for indulging in a pampering spa treatment. This holiday season, give the gift of wellness with a gift card and take advantage of the spa's current promotion. With the purchase of a $75 gift card or more, guests get a credit towards a future service. With healing massages, revitalizing facial treatments, and more, a day at the Sawgrass Spa makes the perfect gift. Purchase in person at Sawgrass Spa during operating hours.
The 1010XL restaurant of the day is Barley and Pie Brewing Company in Fleming Island. Enjoy Monday Night Football with freshly made pizza, burgers, wings, sandwiches, and a full liquor bar at Barley and Pie Brewing Company in Fleming Island.
Weekends were made for sports, and I'll tell you my take on this weekend's best options. Hicken here. Watch for Weekend with Dan on YouTube and Facebook. Weekend with Dan is brought to you by Stone Core. We do outdoors better.
Hi, this is Jeff Norman.
And I'm Mike Jones.
And we are the owners of Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning.
With the holiday season upon us, we want to take a moment to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and say thank you to our amazing customers.
We're so grateful for the trust you place in us each year. It's been a pleasure serving you, and we hope you have a wonderful holiday season with family and friends.
And remember, if you have any issues, we'll be here to help throughout the holidays and beyond.
Merry Christmas from all of us at Duck Rooter.
Electricians, innovators, and tech enthusiasts, listen up. Miller Electric is shaping the future, and we want you to be a part of it. From healthcare and data centers, corporate offices, aviation, and industrial facilities, Miller Electric is powering the most exciting projects in Jacksonville and beyond. We offer not just a job, but a thrilling career with great pay and incredible benefits. Visit us at millercareers.com to apply. Miller Electric, where your skills meet our vision, an equal opportunity employer.
This is David Lane. After suffering through several painful injuries to my shoulder, back, and knees, I've taken my issues to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and without fail, they've been a tremendous help toward solving my problems. If you have any orthopedic situations, don't procrastinate. Take action today. Give those aches and pains to the pros at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. You'll be glad you did.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hey, it's Angela and Brian Wall. How many companies do you know in this day and age that actually want their potential customers to call their competition and get quotes from them?
That's what WonderWorld wants you to do. WonderWorld knows there are other window companies out there, but we also know those other guys. When compared to WonderWorld, they can't offer you the quality at the price that WonderWorld can.
And with WonderWorld, you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement business.
If anything goes wrong with your new WonderWorld windows, 5 years from now, 10, 15, 50, WonderWorld and I will be there to fix it for you. You get peace of mind with WonderWorld, and to top it off, WonderWorld windows increase the value of your home. So look what you get with WonderWorld. Quality windows, low price, the best guarantee in the business, energy savings, and an increase in the value of your home. A win-win for you.
Call WonderWorld today and get your free in-home estimate, or see them online at WonderWorldNEFlorida.com.
WonderWorld, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by USA Park Airport Parking. As the Gators prepare for Friday's date in Tampa for the Gasparilla Bowl, there's been a number of defections at tight end. However, head coach Billy Napier is confident at the position.
Yeah, no, Amir is there's a list of players who redshirted this year that will be available for the bowl game. Amir is one of those.
ESPN analyst and former FSU quarterback E.J. Manuel weighed in on Florida State's decision to take BC's Thomas Castellanos.
I think this is a perfect fit for Thomas Castellanos, just like it is for Florida State. And I'm glad you mentioned their old quarterback, Jordan Travis. You know, this is a huge opportunity for Castellanos.
It was a tough night for the Reigns Vikings as they fell in their quest to capture a fourth Class 3A championship, losing to Miami Northwestern 41-0 on Saturday night. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Time to get nasty.
Time to get nasty.
Let's do it. Let's start with this jackass from the 49ers who wouldn't go into a football game on Thursday. The rap sheet says he's going to get a 3-game suspension. In other words, he's done for the year.
From his team.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't cut him.
We saw. There must be some reason that they can't cut him. There must be some sort of rule or legality, or maybe they want to
refuse to go in a game.
Maybe they
That's
were.
wild.
Yeah, we talked about that on Friday. It's disgusting. It's former. Listen, you can take the player out of Atlanta. You can't take the Atlanta out of the player.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, he's a former Falcon, so I'm sure he learned, at a young age to quit when things aren't going well. Yeah, and I bet you the 49ers did that because they cut him, somebody can pick him up. You suspend him, he can't play, doesn't get paid, and it's the same effect.
I saw a thing about the Dolphins coach. He's like 3-15 against teams with winning records. He's a disaster again. The Dolphins, the shine is off Mike McDonald. And it'll be
Did the Dolphins have I mean, I know they missed Tua for a few games this year. That hurt them. Look, Tua wasn't great yesterday.
No.
Tua's just
one of his worst games.
Tua's, he's who Tua's a lot like, really, and as far as what we're seeing, it's a lot like Trevor. You see these glimpses, you see these. You think overall it can be a good quarterback. His numbers don't tell you he's.
I think he's had a lot better stats than Trev through the years. So
I'm certainly. I mean,
what's his rating right now?
I think if Trevor had,
Tua's 102.2,
Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill and some of that.
Yeah.
I mean, these are two guys that the tank for.
Yeah.
Narrative was put around, and they've not had any playoff success. I mean, Trevor has more playoff wins.
Yeah, Tua went ahead of Herbert, which is interesting, but
Herbert's not really.
He's still waiting on him to be great, and now they've lost a couple in a row, and so he's not throwing it as much. Oh, he's thrown it 400 times this year. I take that back.
But it doesn't feel like it's any kind of pass offense. I mean, that guy Harbaugh is just going to run the ball and play defense.
What quarterback do you think has the most attempts in the NFL this year, men?
And Jared Goff just threw that thing 60 times.
That's a good point, Jared. But he's ninth. He's only thrown it 440 because they have some balance. They got a running game.
How about Baker Mayfield?
Or Burrow.
He got it. Burrow.
Yeah.
527 throws with 3 games to go. That'll be
650.
650. Now, the NFL record's over in the sevens. I think Stafford threw it 7 a couple times.
Who was second?
Mahomes.
Wow.
502.
I saw an unbelievable stat. There are 4 teams that haven't had a game this year. They've scored 30 points. 3 of them have 11 losses. The other one is the Chiefs, 13-1.
Oh, wow.
Haven't scored 30 all year. The only other teams that haven't scored 30
13-1.
are all 2-11, 2-11, 3-11.
Wow.
And here are the Chiefs 13-1. Haven't hit 30 all year.
That's crazy. Who's the best rated quarterback in the NFL? Lamar Jackson had another great game yesterday. Problem with Lamar, when you just look down at those numbers, you go, oh, my God, 34-3. But the problem is, now, listen, he can get back into the MVP conversation if he goes out and slays the Steelers on Saturday.
It's going to be hard to catch. I mean, he's 1-2 already. It'd be hard to catch Josh Allen.
Yeah, it would.
What's Josh Allen's touchdown picks?
It's 25-5 to 34-3.
Yeah. Well, but Josh Allen, as good a runner as Lamar is, Josh Allen has been a much more
11-3 in touchdown runs.
Yeah, and probably more yards, which is rare.
No,
Lamar has more yards than Josh Allen.
Yeah,
a lot more.
No.
I don't know why someone. If I were this, I don't. To heck with his long-term health.
Uh-huh.
If I'm the Colts, I take Anthony Richardson on a sabbatical. I isolate him, and we just do nothing but look at Josh Allen game film, every single play he's ever run his whole career, and I make Anthony Richardson try and beat Josh Allen. It's the only way that kid's ever going to survive. They're terrible.
Here are the top 10 rushers this year. Number 1 is Lamar Jackson, 743 yards, 3 games to go.
For quarterbacks. Okay.
I'm sorry, yes, quarterbacks. Jaden Daniels is second with 656. Jalen Hurts is third with 589. Josh Allen is fourth with 484. Jalen has 14 touchdowns. Josh Allen has 11. Lamar only has 3. Jaden has 6. Kyler Murray is fifth at 455. Anthony Richardson is sixth at 429.
The one thing you have here, though, is with Hurts, and there's a reason Hurts and Allen have the touchdowns, because their teams use the brotherly shove or the tush push, or the Bills are doing that now too. If they get it down to the 1, they sneak Josh Allen, they push him from behind, so those guys are going to naturally have more touchdowns. But what that tells me there, that the only really true dynamic runner is Lamar. Kyler had it in him, he just doesn't do it anymore.
Josh Allen is more. Josh Allen
he's a lumbering.
But they have run plays in there for him. A lot of run plays.
He has almost twice as many yards.
Yes, he does.
So that's what I mean. If Lamar gets out of the
he
pocket,
has 250 more yards. 484 to 743.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still.
No, I know.
And 11 touchdowns. Yards per carry. Kyler Murray, 7.2. Lamar, 6.4. Just reading these off. Jalen Hurts, only 4.0. Tush push.
A lot of them, yeah.
Jaden Daniels, 5.5. Josh Allen, 5.3. Anthony Richardson, 5.6. Caleb Williams, 6.4. Drake May, 8.5. Bo Nix, 4.4. Yeah. So
we just stumbled into another team that we're not storyline that we haven't given enough to.
Who's that?
The Broncos and Sean Payton and what he's done in just 2 years. This was almost Shazam-esque.
Yeah.
But the Broncos haven't been to the playoffs since 2015. You believe that?
Mm-hmm.
Does that not make you shake your head and go fact check me?
No, because the reason why is when
that's 10 years.
Through our years of younger years, the Broncos were a perennial playoff.
I would have put them in sometime in the last 10 years.
Yeah,
10 years since they've been to the postseason.
Stunning.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah,
and they're going to get there this year. The one downside to this NFL season as we come down the stretch is that there's no drama.
Oh yeah,
AFC's over. The field is set.
The guy on.
There's one team that Denver would have to lose all 3 games.
You know who should get fired right now? Save some money if you're NBC. The guy who likes to do all the things.
Yeah. We don't need him.
There's no
right.
It's pretty much done.
It's kind of like on election night. He was done by about 9:30.
Yeah.
He couldn't come up with a path. It's the same thing with this.
Yeah, he's kind of done.
No path.
There's no path.
In the NFC, there's a slight one, but it ain't big either. The Falcons can chase down the Bucs. Neither one will be the wild card. And then you've got there's a team that's like Seattle. Whoever doesn't win the West might have an outside shot of catching. Is it the Commanders?
Well,
maybe?
the Vikings and the Packers both look like and
the Lions. They're all 3 in.
Well, yeah, for 2 spots. I mean, 2 spots.
3 spots. One's going to win the division.
Well, yeah,
there's only 7.
There's 3 wild cards.
Yeah,
and the Commanders are the 3rd wild
and
card.
And they have a 1-game lead over those 8-6 West teams.
Yes.
So a slight, and the Falcons have to catch the Bucs, and neither one will be the wild card if not. I guess the Bucs could be, but no, not if they're caught. They won't be. So the Falcons have the tie break. I don't know how they beat.
Be a great year
Tampa
for the Commanders.
Tampa looks good.
If Commanders still have the Eagles, the Falcons, and the Cowboys, so that Falcons Commanders game is big.
We go through the NFC there, Dan. I think Tampa wins a game. I would
wins a game or wins a division
in the playoffs. They're going to win a playoff game, and there's allegedly, which means they're going to beat a Green Bay or a Philly or a Minnesota. That's who they're going to have to play. There's no bad teams.
They have the cat Liam Cohen, who's a popular guy that a lot of guys want to be a head coach. He's done a great job down there with the offense. Obviously, they have the Cowboys, Panthers, and Saints. They should win out.
Honestly. Well, and the only way they lose the division is if they don't win out, and Atlanta does. So
Shake and Baker's had a wonderful year.
The Braves, Baker's been really good. I bet you the Browns wonder, what were we doing? Why do we do this?
Yeah.
Why don't we stick with it? Why do we listen to a fan base and a media that tells us players should be finished superstars in a year just because one comes along like that every now and then. Why don't we trust our football instincts and generations of experience that say players have to grow into their success, most of them? Why?
Giants and Vegas both have lost 9 straight games. The Giants have the number 1 pick. When Vegas loses tonight, they'll be 2-12.
If they lose tonight. That's Atlanta.
I kind of think Vegas and the Giants are both done. Like
they're trying to get those quarterbacks, but it's good news for us because they're trying to get quarterbacks.
You got Desmond Ritter against tonight, and then the Giants have.
It's like whoever doesn't get hurt this week.
Tommy Boyle, is that the guy's name? What's the guy's name? Tim Boyle. Yeah. Tim Boyle was quarterback in the Giants yesterday.
He had 1 touchdown pass as a collegian at UConn. 1 touchdown pass in his college career. Tim Boyle.
Wow.
1 touchdown, 14 picks.
So I feel like
he plays in the NFL.
I feel like the Giants and Vegas will both control the board. After that, it's anybody's bunch of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3-11 teams. New England, Jacksonville, Carolina, Tennessee, and Cleveland.
I don't really care where we pick. I just want
either.
Travis Hunter. That's what I said. That's who I want. I want him specifically, only him. And I think
we'll end up picking like 9 or 10.
Oh, that'd be bad. Why? Who do you think we're beating? I don't think we're finishing.
Well, I think Vegas is tanking, so I think we're going to beat them.
Maybe.
Tennessee at home we could certainly beat, although they'll probably switch to Mason Rudolph, so that will help them. And then I doubt we'll win at Indy, but that will be it. But it's not out of the question, so... Yeah.
Yeah, I guess here's the deal. We're getting some confirmation on. It's kind of what I said on that Devondre Campbell on ESPN. I guess if they cut the player, he can get termination pay, and they'd have to pay him for the rest of the year. This way, you just suspend him, and then when he's done at the end of the year, you let him go. And I imagine that he would rightfully be blackballed from the league, and there would be no team that would ever sign him again. He did the cardinal sin of the NFL. He left his. Yeah, that's just like never again will you play in this league. It may not be total privilege, but it's more of a privilege than you just made it. You're a loser.
We got to take a break. Keep it rolling right here on The Drill. It's Monday morning.
It's Monday Morning Quarterback.
Yes.
DivorcemenOnly.com.
Let's go. Game day gets here a little quicker with Pregame Friday. Here we go. Who's in? Who's out? Who's on upset watch?
Exactly.
We'll get you ready for the games.
All right, you ready?
Brought to you by Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
The final days to get inflation fighter savings at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. The final days to save thousands with just $500 down and $288 per month for a pre-owned 2021 Toyota Corolla. Or you choose a pre-owned 2021 Camry, RAV4, or Tacoma for $500 down and $388 per month. Don't wait. The final days of inflation fighter savings are here. So get to Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned today. Shop in person, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard, or online at arlingtontoyota.com.
Hicken here for my friends at Lockhart Construction. They're a longtime Jacksonville business. Shane Lockhart, his dad started the company way back when. His guys are from here. They take care of people who live here, people like me. The Hickens needed some work done in their home. They got to remodel, and we called Shane, and we use Lockhart Construction. Why? Because they're fast, friendly, affordable, clean, do it all. Yeah, they're in and out of your house each and every day. And now they're friends. I mean, they're terrific people. Their family gave our family a better living experience, and we're forever grateful. So if you have a remodel idea, construction need, no job too big, no job too small, give Shane a call. He'll call you back. Easy to get a hold of at 994-3865. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction, 994-3865.
Hey, y'all. Melissa Scobie here. And you know my husband, Josh, could really kick that ball. But when it comes to working around the house, well, not so much. So when I need irrigation, drainage, or seamless gutters, I rely on John Haney's crews at Clearwater. Hit it, guys.
Clearwater Irrigation.
And drainage, too.
ClearwaterJacks.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Local 234 plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians would like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and thank you to all the members and contractors for their continued support and partnership. Together, they've helped build a stronger foundation for Jacksonville since 1901. Enjoy spending time with your friends and families this holiday season. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Local 234, make the right connection. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
You don't have to be a football star to get a side signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Brackish Vodka, the official vodka of UNF Athletics, 100% made in Jacksonville, is available at all local liquor stores. Visit Browdy's, Total Wine, ABC, Shores, Golden, Sahara's, Golden Ox, and more. Drink our gluten-free San Francisco Spirit award-winning vodka and see why it's the smoothest vodka you can buy. When you drink Brackish Vodka, you support all of our local employees, and all the money stays in Jacksonville. Drink Brackish Vodka and live life slightly salty. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Find out why soccer is the most popular game in the world and spreading fast on the First Coast.
On the Sporty Jack Soccer Hour.
Join Cole Pepper, Mauricio Ruiz, and Becky Burley as they discuss the latest in the world of soccer.
Tuesday nights at 6
on 1010 a.m.
Mia here for MyBookie. It's Monday Night Football time, and we've got the scoop, so let's dive into tonight's doubleheader. The Bears head to Minnesota as 7-point underdogs against the Vikings with a 43.5-point over-under. Give a look at the Bears to cover on the road. They've been pretty good against the spread of late. Game 2, the Atlanta Falcons take on the Raiders at Allegiant Stadium in Vegas. The Falcons are favored by 4 points. They've shown resilience on the road. They can cover that spread. For those of you eyeing the total points, we're predicting an over-under of 44 with moments of offensive fireworks. We'll lean towards the over. Picture a high-scoring affair under the Vegas lights. MyBookie has the best odds for Monday Night Football. Remember, it's all action all the time. Bet with confidence, and be sure to check out MyBookie, the best sign-up bonus in the industry for Florida bettors. Our listeners can sign up and use promo code 1010XL to claim a bonus that doubles your money on your first deposit up to $1,000. Promo code 1010XL to claim your double deposit bonus for Monday Night Football. Bet anywhere, anytime, and make your season a winning season with MyBookie.
Ho, ho, ho! When I need gifts for special people, I go to Tobacco Cove at 3849 Bay Meadows Road. They have everything you need to make Christmas as special as they are. Find the finest in limited cigars, pipes and pipe tobacco, and the accessories that make life easier like humidors, cutters, and lighters. And don't forget Lampe Bergère fragrance lamps. So, take my advice and go to Tobacco Cove, 3849 Bay Meadows Road, and make this Christmas one they'll remember.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
The Jaguars, Duval County.
Was this one of your songs?
Oh, yeah. I did some rapping on this one.
I gotta go find that one.
You want to find that one real quick?
Oh, I gotta find that.
Duval County loves the Jaguars. On Twitter, hey, Dan, how come nothing ever seems to work? That's a great question. I wish I had the answer. I'll just say sigh back to him. That's all I can tell you. Welcome back to the program, rocking and rolling here on a Monday. Jags lose, fall to 3-11 on the season, 32-25. Offense, if I had told you the numbers that the offense gave us, you would have thought, easy dub. But not the case because, well...
Turnovers were the difference, too.
Yeah, I think the explosive plays. But, yeah, because
one turnover was a punt.
Yeah.
And the turnover at the end of the game obviously was a big day.
But you didn't force any from them.
Well, we haven't all year.
100%.
We're still one short of the all-time lowest amount of turnovers in Jags history. We have 8 turnovers this year, and I think 9 is the worst we've ever had.
There are so many measurables here that paint this franchise in like an all-time low, barren spot that I don't know how an owner at all, paying attention at all, would keep everything together.
I can't imagine.
It's got to be a clean sweep.
The Jags had 27 first downs yesterday. They ran 77 plays to the Jets' 54. The Jags were a very good 8 of 15 on third down. At one point, they were 7 of 11, I remember. The Jags threw for 285 yards. They ran for 136. The Jags had over 400 yards of offense yesterday. They controlled the ball for 34 minutes and 24 seconds, meaning the Jets only had it for 25 minutes and 36 seconds, yet they lost the game. It's always something.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Quite honestly, we were gifted a win in Tennessee. I don't know how else to put it. It
was just two bad teams played bad football, and
I think we'll have chances these next 2 weeks to win. Not that I don't know that it matters one way or the other, but you got to finish out. You got to play hard.
Here's what is proven to be a reality. This isn't like a mean-spirited opinion.
Mm-hmm.
This is like factually what happens every week with the Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
If the offense gets the ball needing to score to win the game, they turn it over or they turn it over on downs.
Yeah.
Every time. However, 7 or 8 times they've had. Or if we're fortunate enough that the offense has provided a lead and the other team has the ball for a last time and you need to stop them to keep them from winning.
Yeah.
We've let them score every single time.
Yeah.
We're a bad football team.
Bad team.
They can't close, doesn't know how to win, takes a big, exciting, look what we did. We scored 25 against the other worst team in football.
And the one thing, the one thing that, and I just keep it real here, but the one thing that the loss yesterday eliminates is the chance of this 5-0 finish where suddenly the talk is, look, we figured some things out. We know what we're doing. We got to run it back. You just can't. You can't do that. It's been too painful a season. So anyway, we'll see what happens. But that's the Jags news, and FSU coach Mike Norvell is contributing $4.5 million of his salary this year to the university in a restructured contract.
Must be your favorite new coach in all of football. You've been begging these guys to do this for years.
Yeah.
Is he going to the NIL?
It's the third such public move from a coach as schools brace for the era of athlete revenue sharing.
Yeah, no, let's be real fair here.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Norvell held the school hostage for like a $10 million deal he didn't deserve.
He did.
And so now that he's a 2-10 football coach again, he's like, I should probably give back some of this or lest they fire me.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
tell you what needs to change now in the era of NIL, coaches' buyouts. That needs to be a thing in the past. And if you're not man enough to come here just on the assumption that you can get it done and instead you're worried about what will happen to you if and when you're fired, I don't want you to begin with. But these coaches' buyouts and getting tied to these loser coaches for another 6 years at $80 million is just wrong, especially when the players can haul tail at any time.
Norvell's entering his 6th season at FSU. He's under contract through 2031. Specific details not immediately available. However, he can earn back his contribution through performance incentives. He did sign that. Yeah, Jeff was right. $10 million per season after last year when Alabama came a knocking.
Right.
He's the 6th highest paid coach in college football.
That's ridiculous.
It's
not a shame. You ought to give it all back, Mike.
Yeah.
You should have kept 3.5 and given the rest back.
Honestly, he's 33-27 at FSU, and he's 20-20 in the conference. So.
Dude, this is and this is what I'll caution in Gainesville. I think it's fair. Before you get over your skis on Billy Napier, what he is and what he's turning into and what he can actually be. Mike Norvell was a pretty good coach when Jordan Travis was in his prime. And every other time, he's a pitiful coach. Like, loses to terrible. It's not just this year, Dan. When he got the team, they're losing to Jacksonville State. Mm-hmm. He is the worst, outside of Taggart, he's the worst coach in FSU history.
Right.
Now, that's not true because of what they did with Travis. So you better get that kind of talent, though. You better get that kind of athlete at quarterback. I mean, he's give it all back. I mean, you didn't earn a cent this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, from the get-go, they should have won the Georgia Tech game. This whole season could have gone different if he'd just done that. They were in that game. But I would really be bummed. You know, I thought Ballou way back when made a good point.
Mm-hmm.
When all this was going on, it looked like the Gators were, both Florida and Florida State. One was 0-3, the other's 1-2, or 2, whatever they were.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, look, Florida State is 13-0, blah, 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 all this stuff a year ago. Florida's in better shape because at least they can move on from their guy if they need to. And at the time, it was thought they would be. Whereas FSU is a prisoner to this guy. And what do you think FSU will be next year?
6-6.
Yeah, at best.
Yeah.
I just and then what? Next year or else?
I don't know. I don't know if that will be enough to.
Did they have to buckle and pay him the 11? I guess they did. I guess you're around him all the time and you watch what the team had done. You feel that they're 13-0 and got robbed. I guess you believe in them. Man.
One other bit of news before we head to break, and that's Florida basketball, another workmanlike victory. They're just destroying some good teams, not great teams. You had mentioned they haven't really played like a lot of, and they get North Carolina this week,
who's also not very good, not a great team. Arizona State's probably better than them. I will say this about Arizona State.
Mm-hmm.
They played Gonzaga and lost, I think, by 6.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that they beat them and that they've beaten these teams. They're beating the dog mess out of everyone.
Right.
They're really good. They're deep. They're a Final Four contender.
Haven't been 10-0 since the second best start in school history. They just tied their.
Yeah.
It was Pat's group 17-0.
I thought it was
Patrick
the
Young?
Jokum group. 08, I think.
One went 17-0. One went 10-0.
I think it was Jokum's team that went the second. I think I could be wrong though. Maybe it was that.
Well, I know we didn't. Patrick's team. I remember.
I thought they lost in like the.
They may have
Gonzaga or some like one of those.
Yeah.
Those. No, UConn beat them early. They didn't go 17-0. Remember, because it was a rematch.
Mm-hmm.
They had lost like game 6 or 7 at UConn.
Mm-hmm.
So no, it was the Jokum Noah.
Okay.
The 04.
Second year.
Yeah, one of
or
those.
First year.
I don't remember which year. One of those 2 years is the time they did it.
Okay.
No, look, they haven't played anybody who's like any top 10 type teams, and the good teams they had scheduled haven't played like that. They play North Carolina tomorrow. That's a perfect example. North Carolina's just an average basketball team right now, so Florida will be favored and should win. But they're number 5 in the net rankings, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to be 6 probably in the polls, the human polls, coaches and media, when that comes out today. They've got North Carolina, and then I believe they play Kentucky in their conference opener.
Tennessee had a nice win on the road at Illinois. They won. Ironically, a guy named Gainey made the winning shot.
Yeah, he's been there for a few years. 5 of the top 10 in basketball are SEC.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It looks like football.
All right, we'll grab a break. We'll come back and make the turn for home next right here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
These are interesting economic times. That's why it's so important to have someone you can count on. That's ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of our Jacksonville money. Experience? You best believe you want to give your hard-earned money to folks you trust. Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reagan Wright have the expertise and knowledge to help clients in their financial lives, focusing on investment management, financial planning, and risk management. ITP Partners, financial partners for life. Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
Hey, couldn't be any happier than be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. I'm supposed to tell you about George Moore Chevrolet, and I'm gonna, but hey, shout out to our guy Justin Moore, man. Justin Moore, who's been a stout supporter of the Reigns Vikings football team. He went down to Miami just to watch the Vikings this weekend, man, to support the Vikings. So shout out to Justin Moore and all that he does for Reigns football. I know they're very appreciative of it. And by the way, that's the kind of organization that he runs. And whatever you are after, I got my boy Blue, the Blue Silverado. But if you want a car, truck like me, an SUV, electric, or pre-owned, George Moore Chevrolet's got it all. You can go to morechevy.com as well. It's George Moore Chevrolet, gang. Together, let's drive.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff.
Hey folks, Dave Binion here with Zero Res. At Zero Res, we love rugs. We will treat your fine Oriental rugs with the tender and loving care they deserve. Gerard, the Zero Res rug manager, is one of the few certified master rug cleaners in Florida. If you want your rugs cleaned with tender loving care, call Zero Res. Right now, get your rugs washed and we will give you 25% off. Zero Res, spell Florida backwards. It's the right way to clean.
I've known Glenn Cohen for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes and Cohen.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks, and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On December 16, 1973, NFL running back O.J. Simpson becomes the first NFL running back to rush for 2,000 yards in one season, accomplishing the feat in 14 games.
Hey, Florida drivers, the holiday season is upon us. When celebrating, always plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Besides, a DUI could cost you $10,000. Not exactly the best gift you could give yourself. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a professional stamp licker from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Martin Celery.
Oh, gosh. I can't wait to play, Bob.
Well, let's move things along. Tell him what he's won, Johnny.
Wait, but
That's right, Marty. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, we've stocked up on the remaining inventory of low-cost 2024 model air conditioners. So you win. We're passing the savings on to you.
Can I answer a question first?
We need to make room for the 25s, so we're offering great deals on AC replacements while supplies last.
Could I spin the wheel at least? I've been practicing for a year.
With last-minute deals like this, there's no question that you are cool.
What do I tell my kids?
There you go. Have a souvenir t-shirt.
Thanks.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Rotator cuff injuries are common among athletes and those who have physically demanding careers. Don't let this injury keep you away from the sport you love. Dr. George Barry here, and the first thing you need to do with a serious shoulder injury is to diagnose where the damage is and how significant it is. Rotator cuff tears are either acute tears sustained during an injury or accident, or degenerative tears. If you're interested in learning more about rotator cuff repair and how our expert team of orthopedic surgeons can help you, call Barry Orthopedics today or visit barryorthopedics.com.
Hey, sports fans, it's Hayes Carline from MyBookie. It's Monday Night Football time, and we've got the scoop, so let's dive into tonight's doubleheader. The Bears go to the Vikings as 7-point underdogs with a 43.5-point over-under. Give a look at the Bears to cover on the road. Game 2, the Falcons take on the Raiders. The Falcons are favored by 4 points on the road. They've been resilient on the road. I think they can cover that spread. I would go with the over there of 44 as well. MyBookie has the best odds for Monday Night Football. Remember, it's all action all the time with MyBookie. Bet with confidence tonight, guys. MyBookie has the best sign-up bonus in the industry for Florida bettors. Our listeners can just sign up and use promo code 1010XL to claim a bonus that doubles your money on your very first deposit up to $1,000. That's promo code 1010XL to claim your deposit bonus for Monday Night Football. Sign up now with promo code 1010XL. Bet anywhere, anytime, and make your season a winning season with MyBookie.
Experience the winning combination of style and performance with Renewal by Andersen, energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Right now, buy one window or patio door and get one 40% off. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. The first 50 customers get a free TrueScreen upgrade, but this offer expires December 31st. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
It's football season, and Uber Eats is dropping undefeated deals on all your game day favorites. This week, score buy one, get one free world-famous pancake combos from IHOP, only on Uber Eats. Craving even more? We've got you covered with game day deals on pizza, burgers, tacos, and more all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms, taxes, and fees apply. See app for details.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
It was a record-breaking Sunday at Everbank Stadium for Brian Thomas Jr.
Max look, fires toward the end zone, caught for the touchdown, Brian Thomas Jr. for the score.
With his 7th receiving touchdown of the season, BTJ broke the rookie franchise record for receiving touchdowns set by Allen Hurns in 2014. And Brian Thomas Jr. did not stop there.
Brian Thomas Jr. inside the 10, inside the 5, toward the goal line, touchdown, Brian Thomas Jr., and the Jags have retaken the lead.
Frank Frangie on Jaguars Radio with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update. I'm Andrew Gibson.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the Cool Down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
I will say this. As the Jags lost the game yesterday, and you were off heading back to your place, and I was doing a TV post-game show, or actually a streamed post-game show on the field.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, at one point, I looked up, and they had the games on the big screen in front of me, which is kind of good, but hard for me to pay attention because I was watching Buffalo, Detroit, Pittsburgh, and Philadelphia, Arizona, New England, all right there in front of me.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard for me to say what I was trying to say when I'm watching football.
Oh, I have a question for the text line. I keep asking myself this. I'm sure I could do the research and always forget. But if you have just like normal Xfinity, is there like a multi? Can I put picture like 4 games at once on my TV, like YouTube? And
I don't think you can do 4, but I think you can do
a couple.
I think, but I'm not sure.
Because like yesterday was a perfect example. In the afternoon, I would have put. Like, I watched the Bills line start to finish. I would have liked to have, like, maybe put Red Zone in the smaller one, or the Pittsburgh game, which was, God, Steelers didn't show up yesterday. We didn't talk a lot about the rest of the NFL. We can do it tomorrow. It just, like, I think that the overriding narrative is how most of the spots seem to be claimed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the last few years, remember, like, down to the last week, there'd be, like, it'd take a lot of scenarios, but there'd be 7 teams.
In the hunt. Love in the hunt.
7 teams for 2 or 3 spots, and, like, this year it's going to be down to, like, either or. They win, they're in.
But anyway.
Okay.
Back to the story. So there they are. They're paying attention, and all of a sudden I look up and I'm looking at scores, and it was the greatest, like, 30 seconds of my Friday 5-pack year.
Yeah, I'm not doing well in the 5-pack.
I had a.
Yeah, you caught every break, and I caught every wrong one.
I got every break finally.
Yeah.
I mean,
you've had it for the last few weeks, really.
Yeah, Washington, New Orleans, plus 7.5 Saints, and all of a sudden I look, it's 20-10 the whole game. I look, it's 2019 final. I'm jumping up and down.
No, worse. It was 17-0 before it was 17-7.
So. The Jets, all they got to do is take 3 knees, kick a field goal. I lose.
Yeah.
They score a touchdown, and I win.
Yeah, I was aware.
And then the Chiefs hang. I look up, it's 21-7, and Cleveland has the ball in the Chiefs' red zone, but they don't score.
You're only giving 4. You were good there.
So all of a sudden, I've come back because I lost my first game on Saturday.
Also, the Broncos.
And then the Broncos are getting.
If Taylor doesn't drop the ball, the Broncos may have won, but they wouldn't have covered.
Yeah, I went from 1-4 to 4-1, and now all of a sudden I went from -5 to I think -2. I guess
that boy turned.
And Jeff went the other way.
I'm going the other way big
so
time.
So now we got a game on down the stretch.
Game on. I'm way behind. I don't know what's happened here.
No, because you said this all year to me, and you're right.
It's
you
not
do
as much
4-1
as
and 1-4. All of a sudden it flips like a crazy.
I know. It's kind of the opposite, though, of last year. Last year, you got out ahead, and I was terrible.
Yeah.
And then I stormed back so much that you were out of it by the end, weren't even trying.
Well,
so I need a couple 5-0s. We've only got, 3 weeks left.
All right. Well, I don't know that he knows this, and I don't tell him, but our friend Doc Townsend, mypvconcierge.com, is sponsoring New York City headlines today. So without
I also want to throw a shout out because we're coming down the stretch for the shed that I've been talking about.
Get off the shed!
This place out in Orange Beach, they built this luxury storage with so much potential out there. I mean, just the investment, I think, in the property It will pay for itself down the road, but this is just like unprecedented stuff. So go to theshedjacks.com and check it out before you run out of time. We're at Christmas. People are going to get nice things, and this is like a little, luxury storage community that's built for those toys that you've just run out of space for. And, again, there are lots of other advantages going. I can't say enough about it with the authority that I should. So call and set your appointment and pay a visit out there this holiday season.
Crank it up, E.
Too outrageous to be made up. These are actual headlines from today's New York City periodicals.
Sell to pay. Inmate CNN helped free from Syrian prison was actually notorious Assad regime torturer, reports. Joe Rogan genuinely concerned about drone sightings after new theory emerges.
Yeah, the theory is that we're looking for like some sort of nuclear fallout. Hello, Chernobyl.
49ers end linebacker season for refusing to enter game.
Yeah, and his career ended by himself when he refused to enter the game.
I'm not reading that one.
Oh, no.
Clock mysteriously freezes in crucial final seconds of NFL game.
Yeah, what mystery? Was it the Chiefs?
No, it was Washington and New Orleans. Scary sight. Trump advisor faints, topples over lectern while speaking at NYC Young Republican event. And they just keep playing it over and over. My man just dropping. There goes the lectern. Oof. Yeah, it was weird.
I've always said you shouldn't have 8 drinks before you appear before the Young Republicans.
Trip of a lifetime. New Aaron Rodgers documentary takes you on one of his ayahuasca trips, psychedelic stupors and all.
Nothing screams consummate professional at the position like Aaron Rodgers and his drug retreats. What a jackass.
Joe Burrow vents his frustrations with Bengals in heated profanity-laced exchange with coach.
I love Joe. He's screaming at him when they win. He has been mad at these dudes since week 3.
Yeah. 7 tourists hospitalized in Fiji after drinking cocktails at resort bar.
Yeah, man, this resort life ain't what it used to be. I'd be careful going off and staying places.
Lazy writing. Yellowstone finale divides fans as disaster ending is compared to Game of Thrones.
Did you ride out the Yellowstone train?
I did.
And you watched the last one last night?
I watched this year, yeah.
Would you agree?
Good ending.
Oh, you like the ending?
I was cool with it.
Oh, I didn't think the Game of Thrones ending was that terrible either.
What doggy in the window? New York pet shops banned from selling pooches, cats, rabbits starting Sunday, prompting major price cuts.
Well, what kind of pet shop can't sell pets?
Yeah. Don't know.
Freaking New York. I hate your city, man.
Oh, it hates you back.
I don't care.
Talking about practice. Giants' 4th quarterback of season threw rare passing touchdown in first game without a single first-team rep.
This dude, Tim Boyle's college numbers, 1 career touchdown, 13 career interceptions, and he's in the NFL. He just matched his career total with yesterday's TD.
NFL mourns loss of longtime ref, legend of the game. Jim Tunney passed away.
Yeah, I can't tell you how sad I am.
Oh, that's not very nice. Forever begins now. Benny Blanco shares never-before-seen videos from Selena Gomez's proposal after engagement.
She proposed to him or he to her?
Don't know.
Benny Blanco's a dude, right?
Yeah. Reva Steenkamp's mom warns Oscar Pistorius' new girlfriend of his major red flag.
Well,
11 years after he murdered model.
Sure, he's a murderer. Be careful. He's a murderer. He's a liar. He'll hide behind his handicap. Spat should have never got out of jail.
E, this one's for you. Weird science. This Brazilian influencer has, quote, perfect female body, says AI.
Oh, and I agree. I already saw it. Yeah.
Is she enhanced with a Brazilian butt lift?
Probably.
Bum bum. Yeah, she's got the bum bum.
Got the bum bum lift?
Yeah, I just read them. That's the drill.
Those Brazilians do a lot down there below the belt. That's what I hear. That's what they say. They're kind of known for their work below the belt.
Yes. So
both sides.
Oh, heavens.
Wow, 9 o'clock nasty.
Yeah, let's go. And in case you missed it, Travis Hunter, somebody save him. He's making a terrible, terrible mistake if he remains with the fiancée. Travis, please.
You're not down with the
fiancée. For your joy and your happiness and your self-respect, run for your life and get away from this lady.
I did see on the Travis Hunter show, his podcast, he had Shedeur Sanders on, and someone had asked him what NFL team would he like to play for, and Shedeur real quickly said Jacksonville Jaguars. So that definitely goes to show you that, the thought is on that end as well.
This is the drill.
Yes, it is. It's been the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com. Jaguars today is next. We'll see you tomorrow.
If offense and defense don't win the game, sometimes it's up to the special team.
And here comes the field goal team. They've got to hurry.
After the game, catch the Crown Royal Special Teams Player of the Game. Live generously and life will treat you royally on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Your pipes are leaking, don't get nervous. Fa la 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 la. Call Roll and Reach for same day service. Fa la 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 la. He guarantees your satisfaction. Fa la la la.